Hi, Patrick. I was hoping you would see that I went live. Okay. Modding you. Welcome in, everybody. Can everyone hear me okay? I just realized I went live and I have my earbud in. If not, you guys let me know. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? My dum dum self went live with my earbud in. You can hear me. Cool. JC, how are you? Hello, friends. Okay, I'm just gonna leave my earbud in. I don't want to mess anything up. But today is my Monday. Everybody's Monday. Hello, what am I doing? But today's Monday, so why not do our seller support like we're supposed to do? And then I'm not gonna be live until Wednesday. Hi, let's find joy. Hi, I love my hat. I got it from another whatnot seller on here. And I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I'm terrible and terrible, but I got people to buy her hats, you guys. Maybe I don't want to give up my source yet. I want to get all my hats from her. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If it comes to me, I will let you guys know. I don't want to gatekeep, but yes, I bought it from another whatnot seller and it's so cute. I have like three different ones and I like how it is tattered, even though it kind of freaks me out thinking there's like something like I think there's something right there. Anyways, how is everybody doing today? How's everybody's Monday? Are you just joining to hang out? Do you guys have questions? You need one. I'm trying to think of what her name is. Okay, I have my other phone right here. So let me go back on my purchases and see if I. Oh, I know who it is. Old Maid Nude Creations. That's her name. Let me see if I can tag her. Old Maid New Creations for the hat. There we go. I remembered. I told you guys I have brain parts. Sin City, I don't know who won yesterday, but I can tell you I didn't make enough. Because I saw someone like before me, they made like sold something for over five, I think it was 530 or something, and that was the last update I seen. And I got sidetracked. So I really don't know who actually sold the highest item, but it wasn't me. But that's okay. It's okay. Hi, Everglades Emporium. Welcome in. I'm not really sure, but the one that I saw, it was like a uranium and ashtray and a stand. Like I couldn't imagine like shipping it. I see like that could go very wrong. I know they said it'll come apart, but I yeah, they were. It's okay. I purchased smart. I found a deal on something, so I was like, okay, whatever it sells for, I was fine. I never been a part of that train before, but I was really excited to give it a whirl and try it out, right? Hey Leslie, how are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Good to see you guys. Yeah, I found her. I got really lucky that I found her out in the wild and I got her for a deal. So I was like happy. Whoever got her, I was really excited. Sassy, hi girl. Hi girl. It can be hit and miss with rates. Yeah, it's always a gamble, you guys. You just have to be comfortable with, if you can take a loss on something, you just have to be comfortable with it. I mean, it can happen, especially with the ones that you have to start for a dollar. So you have to buy smart, in my opinion, because what if, and I know there was some people that they were like, I spent more money than it just sold for. Shooting from the hip. We're talking about yesterday's. Hi, Elvis. Hey, I'm glad you came in. I want to chat with you about your question. And we just had somebody that was at the Whatnot Summit in the chat, so maybe she can give us more explanation as well. But I feel like people are freaking out about shipping. Let me go back to what we were just talking about. I was a part of the Battle of the Best yesterday. On Battle of the Best, I had to start my item for $8 and calm down. Everybody's freaking out about the shipping. You guys don't freak out about the shipping. It's fine. Nothing's changing. It's just calling out the losers that are doing shipping wrong. And I'll explain that in a minute. I'm not calling y'all losers. It's just the people that aren't doing it right that are being shady. And that's all that's happening. So yesterday, starting an item for a dollar, when you're in a rate train, you don't know what's going to happen because you're putting your money on the line of whatever you spent on the item and hoping it gets bid up. And you're trusting the chat, trusting whoever just joined your crowd. So I feel like you have to buy your item well. Like you can't just spend $500 and hope you're going to make 1,000. Like that does not happen on Whatnot. You have to be very strategic with what you're doing. I knew I wasn't going to win, but that's okay. I wasn't finding anything pricing it correctly for me to be able to take the risk, because right now, you guys, I have a lot of money sitting in Wednesday's train. Like, I will just tell you, like, some of it is sitting right in front of me. Like, I have money in Hens on Nests. I have money in fairy lamps. I have 2 bee boxes. I have money sitting in that. So yesterday, I had to just chill out a little bit because I can't throw that much money out. I have bills to pay too. This is my full-time job. So that's just something that you have to think about. Buy smart and, know that it is worth its value. Like, the item I sold yesterday was well worth over $200, and I got it for such a good deal. I was okay with what it sold for. I was ecstatic. I made some money, and that's all that matters, right? And somebody got a great deal. It sold for like 105. I think that's what it was. 105 was what mine sold for. And you know what? They go for like $250. They got a freaking killer deal. I'm so happy for them. So I'm not mad about it at all. You just have to be strategic in what you're purchasing. Okay, so Sassy Vintage Chick was at the Seller Summit, and I don't know if everybody has seen the House of Coop did and many other people in the whatnot forums out on the Facebook land, all talking about this new update that is going to be coming. How if you're doing your shipping wrong, that whatnot is actually going to be charging you for back overages. What this is meaning is, and I don't have an example of a label, but let's say I am going to ship this item and I charge my customer, let's say 11 ounces. If I don't change my label, put it in a box, and I shipped it to my customer, didn't change the weight, and I said this was 11 ounces, but whenever I packed it up and shipped it to them, it actually weighed 32 ounces by the time it was done. That overage difference between the 11 ounces and the 32, that is what Whatnot is eating and that cost. That could be whatever figure UPS comes up with, okay? When all you have to do before you print the label is edit it, enter the accurate weight, print your label, and send it. And that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of the shady hooligans, sellers out there, they're not changing the weights on items, and it is getting people. So that's why they're coming back and saying, hey, you need to fix your shit. So this is what I do, you guys. Whenever I have a show, I package all my items up. So let's say um I see Cheryl in the chat. Cheryl, I'm just calling you out. I love you. I don't, we're just gonna say Cheryl bought this beautiful hen on nest from me, and she bought this fairy lamp and something else. I get it all boxed up, and my estimated weight based on what I told the whatnot is it's going to come out to weigh 82 ounces. Once I get it all packed up, it ends up being 90. I need to edit my box and change it to 90 ounces and then print the label and put the accurate weight on the box. Does that make sense, you guys? That's all that whatnot is trying to tell you guys. Don't. Yeah, I see that. I see that. That's why I'm trying to explain. Literally, I've explained everything. Uh, yep. So I'm just trying to explain this. I know a lot of people are getting frustrated, but you guys, you just need to have the accurate weights. Now, if you ship a piece of art, and I just did this today, it was fine. Yeah, they covered 5 million in overages. I haven't got the message that I'm doing it wrong yet. I'm really waiting for it because I'm sure I screwed up somewhere. I'm only human, you guys, but I'm not intentionally doing it. And it's trying to stop the people from intentionally doing it. Today, I just sent a box. I measured it. It was actually wrote it down. It was to a customer. I charged her a 124 ounces. By the time I got that packaged up in a bigger box, because it had to go in a bigger box because she bought 9 items from me, it was 132 ounces. So I charged her for 124. It was a max shipping show. So I already knew I was going to be paying for whatever comes out of hers. Okay, and it was 132 ounces by the time I got it all packaged up, and the box size was, ignore all my other notes here, but it said it was 23 and a half by 13 by 9, and then I adjusted the weight, and it said my adjustment would be $14.58 to make that adjustment to the bigger box, you guys. Okay, I entered all of that in there because I knew that box that I was putting it in is beyond the 12 by 12 by 12, which is the 1728 cubic inches. And because I made those changes, it actually allowed me to use an adjustment for $14, you guys. I didn't have to pay the $14. I was really shocked. I think it was because my weight was right on and they kind of knew, but I'm really shocked that they allowed me to use an adjustment for $14. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. I was expecting to pay it myself, but that's what you have to do. How do you create alerts? I will answer that in just a second. Hold on. Some people run everything at the same way. That's a big difference from random occasional slip ups. Yeah, that's why a lot of people are saying that whenever you are running items, you can run it all at 11 ounces. But before you print that label to put it on the box, you got to make sure that weight is correctly. If you're using a priority box and putting everything in there, you don't necessarily have to change the dimensions because those we already know priority boxes are within the 12 by 12 by 12. You have to make sure that the weight is correct. So if you charge your customer 11 ounces for an item that weighs 3 pounds, you have to make sure your label to the post office is correct. Who cares what you're telling what not initially whenever you're selling it, if you're going to be paying for it on the back end, you just have to make sure that label is correct. Does that make sense, guys? Nothing's changing. I'm not sure. Uh I need to know. I'm trying to catch up. How do I create alerts? Oh, at the bottom of the screen, it's just like creating a listing. And I just added like my own photo at the bottom of the screen. And I just do 000 so I can pull it into my show easily. I just search 000 and then I just put click an alert. I put it in my auction tab so nobody can accidentally buy it. If somebody accidentally bids on this, I will never run it. They won't be charged the $123, but they can at least click the alert. And then all I do is whenever I go with my show, I load it in and then I pin it at the beginning and then it sends out the alert, just FYI. Uh, okay, I'm missing a lot of the chat. It is going so fast. Do we know yet if our weight is correct and it fits in a box smaller than 12 by 12 by 12? Do we need to change dimensions? I don't think so. It doesn't matter in my opinion because I'm not changing box dimensions for a priority box. And we all know there is smaller boxes in priority that is like 12 by 6 by 8 or whatever. And then there's the small ones, and then there's the rectangle ones. They're all within that dimension. It's when it goes beyond those, the 12 by 12 by 12, which is the 1728 dimension cubic inches, is what you need to actually make those changes for. That's why you stay away from max shipping shows. You just don't have the type of inventory to be able to use. You just have to plan your show appropriately if you offer max shipping, but this will apply to anyone doing a regular shipping show, whether it's max shipping or just regular shipping using priority and ground. You still have to enter the correct amounts, just FYI. Priority boxes, you don't have to enter the big box dimensions. I'm just saying this again. Priority boxes, you don't have to enter the box dimensions unless you're Frankensteining priority boxes or enter or using a brown box. That's when you need to change your dimensions because those can easily go beyond the cubic inches. um no, they're not taking away adjustments. They're just telling you to make sure your freaking labels are correct. Dashboard will be added to show whatnot is paying overages. I believe so, Sin City, but I don't have that functionality yet. I believe the ones that are creating a lot of the issue, they have been notified right now. A friend of mine on the app, I'm not calling her out. I've already talked to her about it, and she was called out, and I think she can see it because they told her, and she's working on fixing it, and I talked to her about it. So is this more for people who do max shipping? No, not necessarily for max shipping. It's anyone that is a seller on the app. Like I said, listen one more time. If I sell this live, like right now, and I charge my customer 11 ounces for this item, I damn well know you guys know that this weighs more than a pound to ship it with bubble wrap and box weight and all the things. If I charge you 11 ounces to ship this beauty, and I print the label where it still says 11 ounces and the post office gets it and it ends up being 60 ounces in that box to have it shipped, that's the issue. Okay. You need to make sure your weights are correct whenever you are shipping. Yeah, they'll make many shipper. Yeah. Rethink max shipping. You have to enter your stuff correctly. You have to pay your shipping. I use recycled boxes and put in dimensions. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using recycled boxes, you guys. Nothing wrong with it. Just enter your dimensions. Just have a tape measure. I will tell you, I legit carry a tape measure on my keys so I can measure. Like, I mean, that's really nice to have. Just carry it with you. When I go shopping, I measure something. I'm like, okay, is this going to be a pain in the butt to ship? Okay, that will be. I'm not going to grab it. I've started to do that because I really don't want a nightmare in shipping world, especially because I'm starting to offer more max shipping. Only do max shipping when you're trying to help customers with shipping costs for expensive items or when it's for small items. Yeah, a lot of people when they're first starting to do max shipping shows of 921 they will do like for ephemera, you can do this for linens, you can do it for mini shows or even smalls or salt and pepper shows. And those work out just fine. I did a salt and pepper show, and I'm talking based on what I have personally done. Did a salt and pepper show. I sold over 100 salt and pepper shakers, and I think there was 3 customers that went beyond what could fit in a regular large priority box or a flat rate box. I just paid for another label for them and put it in another box and I sent it on their way. And it was no big deal. Like how much money they spent on me to have all of those shakers, I was more than glad to just pay another 921 to put it in another box so they can get all their items. Like that's totally fine with me. Totally fine. If you spend more, I will pay your additional label. Other times if I'm shipping art, I am not offering max shipping because art is going to kill me. Glass is going to kill me. I'm losing my freaking marbles for Wednesday because I'm doing a lot of glass, but it will be fine. And I am offering max shipping, but I am going to pay it. It's better to be informed. Yes. Basically, you'll have to change the dimensions for everything since you use a variety of sizes. It will take your 5 extras. It should already be taking your 5 extras. So you need to be making sure you're entering your weights correctly before you ship your label. A lot of people I have noticed is they do shows. Okay, they do their show, they sell their items, and then they go over to Whatnot on their seller hub, and then they go ahead and print all their labels right then and there. That is not how you do it. No, do not do that. Do not print all your labels. Open it up, break it down, and then say, I'm just going to pick on someone's name. Let's find Joy bought these 2 items. I go pull it, I pack it, I put their name on it. I grab the next person. Glass Farmhouse bought X, Y, and Z from me. I put it in a box and I pack it. And then what I do is I grab the box, I weigh it, I put it in the computer. Okay, this one's in a flat rate box. Cool, print the label. The next one weighs 66 ounces. I charge them 50. I got to edit it, change it to 66 ounces, print the label, go to that. So I know everything is accurate as I go along with my shipping. That is the best way to do it. Do not print all labels before you actually pack your items because I can tell you stuff ends up weighing more. When it's all said, yeah, it could be more. I think everyone's freaking, yeah, house a coop. Yeah. There needs to be a little bit more explanation. I've done a lot of reading, you guys, and I feel like nothing's really changing. It's just calling out the people that are doing it wrong. And I can tell you there's some bigger sellers that are out there on the app that is teaching people wrong. And I think it's going to start biting people in the butt. But if you know you've been doing it right and you haven't been called out by whatnot, then I think you should be okay. This is for folks that are trying to cheat the system. Yes, bumming with Nana. You said it correctly. Thank you so much. Do the right thing. Don't be cheating the system. If you're running all your items light, offer max shipping, not to adjust your label, then it's yep, exactly. Leslie. They did say in their post which people, yeah. There's my mom. Hi, mom. How does someone cheat? I'm not quite understanding it. Elvis, if you don't understand that, I don't want to explain it. We don't need you to cheat the system because that's really going to screw you over. So I'm going to assume that you're doing things right. But it's just basically saying a box weighs 11 ounces and then you put it on the scale and it weighs 24 and they're shipping it. It's basically how they're cheating the system or they're not changing dimensions. I wonder if it was sent to Premier Shops first. They should be doing it right to be in Premier, but I have no idea. I haven't been alerted, but there is some smaller sellers that I personally know that have gotten those messages, so it's not just Premier sellers only. What is shady is what not keeps any extra money from the customer that has spent. Mm, potentially, they do keep. Okay, I will say Whatnot does keep shipping costs, but we also have to remember they pay for 5 adjustments a week, and they've been paying for all these overages for how long? So I kind of feel like they've been biting the bullet over and over and over, and now they're just like, "Okay, stop," because we just can't do it because there's so many people that are doing it wrong. They're probably going into the negative at this point. If a customer really only needed to spend $4 because they bought one thing and ended up paying 9. Oh, yeah, they do keep that Elvis to Presley, but that's also on the seller that charged it incorrectly. So that is part of it. But if a seller's doing max shipping 921, they run everything at 11 ounces, then that's going to be another problem. But that customer also could have bought more things um, to make it cheaper. I didn't know you could generate additional labels for buyers. What do you mean, treasure trove cove? Let me know. You can split if you're talking about, like, split a label, you can totally do that. You just have to say that you need to unbundle. One time, I had a milk glass, and I did regular priority and ground. It was not max shipping, and one customer, she loved the milk glass. I had some killer pieces, and I don't blame her. She spent some good amount of money. Whatnot bundled 60 pounds of milk glass into one box. I was like, "Hell to the gnaw." And so I went in there and, like, set things out in her boxes, and she ended up getting 5 different boxes from me, and I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket because I charged her correctly. I just had to make sure I grouped where she paid for shipping in those boxes, and it worked out perfectly fine. Asking about dimensions. Sorry, guys, I'm way behind on the chat. I'm trying to catch up. If it's max shipping, the customer pays 921. Yeah. We can all start selling minis and yeah, you can. I mean, I'm trying to be smart. I'm not trying to sell all the big ginormous things, but if I do, then I'm gonna kinda pad it into my cost. Oh, there's Hi Mom. I'm really behind on the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, you don't wanna cheat. You wanna be accurate. You wanna do things right. You wanna be an honest seller, a wholesome seller. You don't want one of your customers getting one of your boxes and they're being charged $75 to get their box because you entered the label incorrectly. I mean, that is like someone's worst nightmare ever to get a package and that would happen. You don't want to do that to your customers. You want to make your customer be able to get their box, absolutely love it, and come back and shop with you because they love their items. That's what you want to do. Thinking about starting to sell. What percent does Whatnot take for each sale? Kama, it is 8% per every item sold plus 2.9% plus 30 cents for every transaction, which is basically credit card fees. So roughly, if you kind of look at it, you can just say about 13 to 14% overall is what they charge. But the credit card fees is based on shipping and taxes and stuff, so it can vary. So you can sell two different items to the same customer for $8, and what you make out of those is going to be different because of shipping and tax and everything. Just FYI, but just kind of roughly consider about 13%. There are situations where the buyers charge extra postage when they try to pick up the package. Yes, yes, exactly, Bummin. Yes. How can I be charging incorrectly if I put the weight of the salt and pepper shaker in as accurate but did max shipping? Uh, if you put it in a salt and pepper shakers, typically I entered those at 8 to 11 ounces. But what if it's a 3 or 4-piece salt and pepper shaker set? And so it needs more wrapping because it's like 3 or 4 pieces. There is some sets that way. And then the box weight, you had to use a bigger box because you had to wrap them all separate. That can add to your weight. But Just because on whatnot terms it's 921 up to 5 pounds, you still have to tell the post office what the true accurate weight is. Otherwise, there's an issue. Because if you say to the post office it's 16 ounces, they get it in their office and it's actually 24 ounces. That's where they can add on fees, even though there's a whatnot agreement. That's the problem. You have to make sure your label is correct. You said you broke up an order printed the buy. Oh, yes. I think I just explained that Treasure Trove Cove. If you have more questions about that, let me know. I'm catching up on the chat. Sorry. Yes, yes. I don't get how people will cheat the system. Post office will come for them. Yep, exactly. They do a chargeback and it goes back to whatnot, FYI, if you do screw up sometimes instead of being charged to your customer. If you run everything at 8 to 11 ounces, sell an item that weighs 3, then yeah, yes, exactly. Shooting from the hip. You guys are not reading my words. Do you want to co-host and I can hear you? I did serious damage. Oh yay, Rusty Patina. Uh, I weigh the item with your postal scale. If the item plus packaging is only 6 ounces, the customer still paid 921. If you charged your customer, you would probably put it as 4 to 7 ounces, and it was only 6 ounces. They should not have been charged 921 for that item unless you charge your customer 16 ounces for that item, Elvis. If we're misunderstanding, please let us know. Uh, okay. So on a Max shipping show, let me just explain this. If you're on a Max shipping show, if I were to sell this is just a little remote. If I run this at 4 to 7 ounces, your customer will probably pay like $4 for this. And then the next item that they buy, I'm gonna sell this and it's gonna be 12 to 15 ounces. Then they'll pay additional shipping onto that. So 4 to 7 ounces plus 12 to 15 should equal their 921. So then when they try to buy this, this will be free shipping. That's basically how it works. Now, if the first thing that I sell is on a Max shipping show and this is the first thing that they bought and I charge it as a pound, they will pay 921 because it is a pound, but the next item that they purchase will be free shipping because it's a Max shipping show of 921. Hopefully that makes sense for that. How do I fix the label? If your weight is incorrect, you would just go into the seller hub on the right-hand side. It should say edit label. Now I'm like, I want to look at it again. I just did this earlier and my brain's not working. Let's see. Shipments. Yeah, it should say like edit label on the right-hand side of the screen after you click on your customer's order. And you should be able to either toggle on and off your flat rate, or you can enter the correct weight if it's a regular mailing box or a brown box. That's what you would have to do. There is that. My lighting is weird. Okay, I gotta catch up. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so when you do max shipping shows, the buyer only buys one light thing the entire show, then they should only be charged for what you charged your customer. Okay, Elvis, did you get your question answered? I'm like reading. Everyone's commenting back to you. I'm just trying to make sure you got it clarified. I'll have to do it on the tablet or the computer. Yeah, you make the adjustments on your labels through the seller hub. You can do it on your phone, but you have to go into the backend side, which will be on a web browser instead of within the app to make the adjustments. Yes, use the website, not the app. Correct. Okay, Elvis, I'm glad you got that. I'm glad. I was worried you were getting upset and I didn't want you to be upset. Sometimes it just takes a minute for things to click, but Okay. If you already printed a label and it's the wrong weight, can you still make adjustments? Yes, petals and pickets. So if you printed the label already and then you realize, crap, I forgot to add something and the weight's going to be higher. You just go into click on that exact listing for your customer, and on the right hand side below where you generate the label, there's going to be a button that says generate a new label. If you click on that, it should allow you to make any changes, such as the weight, if you need to change the box dimensions, whatever you need to do, and then you just regenerate a new label. The times that I have personally done that recently, it hasn't charged me anything. Now, let's say if you generated it and it was 80 ounces, though, and you forgot to add something in the box and you edit it and to make it like 90 ounces, that might charge you more, just FYI. So it really just depends on the situation. But honestly, it just depends on the situation. But yes, you can make an adjustment. Okay. Did I miss any other questions? I think I'm caught up in the chat. Uh, you should get the 5 free adjustments a year, every week. Yes. Oh my gosh, I hope it's not a year. Every week on Sunday, it resets to where you get the 5 free adjustments. Yes. If a seller toggles flat rate 1 to 5 pounds and does max shipping, does that automatically charge the 921? You've been on shows. No, because it still depends on how much they're charging. If your customer, am I doing max shipping on this show? Hold on. I am reduced shipping on this show. Hold on a second. Let me just show you guys so you guys can tell me. Let me pull some stuff over real quick, and this will help with understanding because I am doing max shipping. Just 1 second, friends. I'm just pulling over my random listings for weights. I'm gonna do one for a pound, 3 to 4 pounds, 8 to 11 ounces, 4 to 7 ounces. Okay, and I'm bringing those over. Just a second. I'm not seeing the chat right now. Okay, so if I were to run, this is a max shipping show, just FYI. It's 921 max shipping. So if I pin this to the bottom of the screen, it is set up to charge my customer 4 to 7 ounces. What weight or how much shipping is it charging you guys right now? Yes, Patrick, I would love some. Sorry. Yes, Patrick. Yes, Patrick. Okay. Okay. You guys are commenting. So, max shipping show. If you get charged, if you're okay, if the seller is charging it correctly for a lightweight item, so let's say I'm selling this and I'm charging 4 to 7 ounces, you only pay that for the weight. Now, if I sell something for a pound, let me make sure that one's set up as a pound. 1 second. Yes, it is set up as a pound. That one should say 921 for you guys. Okay. Now, if I do 3 to 4 pounds, I'm going to pin that. That should also say 921. Okay. This is a max shipping show. Darla, we're going to pretend that was 21. Better not be 31. But that's basically how that should be working. So if you're being charged more, then that for something that is lighter, you can question the seller unless you know that you're already going to be paying, buying something else and using your max shipping. Sometimes they just sell it as a pound because it is faster. You never purchase from a max shipping show, you don't think? Okay. But that's how it should work. As long as they're selling it correctly, it should be charging you correctly. You can totally go in a max shipping show and buy one thing and they charge it for 8 to 11 ounces. Your customers will only pay whatever 8 to 11 ounces would be for that item. Let me, I'm going to change my weight on the 1 pound just because I didn't bring it over. And I'm getting text, so hopefully it's not messing up my signal. I'm going to change my 1 pound to 12 to 15 ounces really quick. This is what 12 to 15 ounces is. Does it show like $7 for you guys? It should be around seven, $6 to $7, I believe. Yeah, 708, 734. That's roughly what 12 to 15 ounces would be because I did adjust it. So even if they charged you under, you wouldn't be paying the full amount for 12 to 15 ounces. Does that kind of make sense, you guys? That kind of makes sense. This is going to kind of lead me into max shipping. I do have shipping guides. I'm going to revamp my shipping guide. So I've been thinking about it a little bit more. I want to add some more details to it. But I do have a shipping guide in my bin if anyone is interested. I created this originally for when Patrick, my boyfriend, was helping me with shipping so he could understand the difference between a flat rate, a priority box, and a brown box. That is very handy, just down to basics explanation. Now, if you are further along in your journey on Whatnot and you feel a little bit more comfortable with your shipping, and you're like, okay, I want to dip my toe into doing max shipping 921, then you need to snag my max shipping guide. It will save you money. I promise you. Ask my mod, shooting from the hip that you guys see right there. It saved them money. Save them money. They're so lucky I gave them a shipping guide because they were eating shipping out the butt because they weren't doing it correctly. Just ask her. Just ask her. I know they were. And it helped them save a little bit money where Whatnot wasn't automatically taking it out of their earnings immediately. They were, it's actually helping them in the long run. I know you guys really hate that I put a little money on it, but I did take a couple hours creating these. I have my knowledge put into it. That's the only reason I have some price on it, just so I get paid a little bit for my time. But I'm not going to put $100 on it like some people do. I promise you, it is well worth the knowledge to be able to do max shipping the way that I explain. I explain why. It's actually 2 pages. I actually have one sitting right here so I can show you. I have fairy lamps sitting right here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. You won't get this copy because I just bent it up, but this is basically what it is. Step one, step two, and it shows pictures of what this looks like of how to set it up, tips. And then the second page is why the hell are we doing it this way? So it makes sense of why you do it. And I promise you, it is so handy. It makes so much more sense and it will save you so much headache. But just remember any show that you offer max shipping, it accounts for anything in your shop that you sell as an auction and it accounts for anything that you put in your bin. So if you put something in your bin that is a big piece of art that you listed as a single ship item, when your customer were to buy it and they already bought other things in your auction, Whatnot's automatically going to take the label fee out of your earnings. So you have to be careful on what you put in your bin on your max shipping shows, but this explains all of that in there. Okay, how to set it up, why we do things the way we do, so you understand that you have more control, that your earnings, that if you work so hard to make $500 on this show, that Whatnot's not automatically taking money out of your earnings to pay for shipping. You will be able to control it on the back end to be able to decide do I want to pay 921 or do I want to put it in a bigger box and pay $5? Like $4 extra in your pocket is like what you want to do. And your customer can still get it. I mean, that's what I'm talking about, that level of control. Even if you set up that item with a custom profile, yes, you will still be, yeah, because it will be taking a separate label. Yes. Even though you may want to still have a separate label. And yes, what exactly is changing? Cracking down on labels. Oh, Copper Rose. Basically, if you're not a shady seller and you've been doing things right all along, nothing's changing. Okay. You're still going to get your 5 adjustments a week. They haven't said nothing about that going away. It's just ship it correctly, you will be fine. Okay. So if a box weighs 11 ounces, don't print the label where it says it's 6 ounces and ship it. That's basically what Whatnot is cracking down on. Okay. So as long as you've been doing everything right, you're not being a shitty seller, then you're fine. Okay. It's just, it's making the bad sellers behave. It's telling them to stop doing this crap. It's costing us money. That's what Whatnot is doing, okay? Vintage sisters, how are you? I'm not liking my lighting. I think it's the windows. That's all right. Yeah, it was yeah, you guys, I read their post. I promise you. I read their post. I read other posts. I did a lot of reading and I was just like this is being really taken the wrong way and I know a lot of people are going to be stressing out. What listing in the bin is for the one that I have pinned right now is the Max shipping guide and it's the two-page guide. And then the other one that I have pinned, which I'm gonna pin in just a second, is the shipping guide. That is just like bare basics. Like if you are a brand new seller, don't have a clue about nothing, get this. Like you're just starting on Whatnot and don't understand the difference between uh, flat rate boxes, priority shipping boxes, and brown boxes, and what the differences are, and the 1728 cubic inches, which is the 12 by 12 by 12. Like just general understanding. That's what my shipping guide is. I'm going to be working on revamping that. And if I do make an update to it, if you guys want an updated copy, just message me. I will happily like email it to you if you already had one, mailed to you. But I'm going to be working on revamping that. I mean, I think we just always have to keep things updated. But right now, my Max shipping guide, I'm happy with how that looks and the information that is in it. And if you have feedback for me, I welcome that. I welcome it because I want it to be helpful for you guys. I worked very hard to learn this, to test it myself before I'm even offering this out for other people because stuff that I put in this is stuff that I learned the hard way that I didn't know. And I'm like, don't do this because and yes, I will tell you guys, I had something in my bin that sold that was a single ship item. And then I realized, oh, they already took my money out. Like I learned that the hard way. So I'm like explaining those things so you guys don't have the same hardships that I did. Um, Okay. And another thing, you guys, I've been on the app for a while. I know there's many different Whatnot Facebook groups out there, but I personally run this one that's at the bottom of the screen. It is Whatnot Vintage Community Brainstorm. It's one I personally run. There's like over 500 people. All you have to do is answer questions because I kept it as a private group. I just don't want like scammers and weirdos coming in there. I just want to make sure it's legitimate, Whatnot people that are coming in. I want it to be a friendly group. I want you to be able to ask questions. I know Elvis is in there, and that's where I told her I was like, "Come over, let's chat," because I feel like one-on-one communication this way helps with better with understanding than everything typed out. But it is very helpful, and I hope it can help other people. So okay, let me go back and read my chat because definitely I missed a bunch of stuff. Hold on one second, friends. Um, it's actually very helpful. Been shipping for 30 years, but Whatnot, it's different platforms. You need to know the platform. Yes, every platform is different. You guys, I just joined another platform because I wanted to sell. I cleaned out my closet and I'm like, I want to get rid of that stuff. So I joined another platform for clothes because I don't want to go live selling clothes. I don't want to be doing that on Whatnot. It's just not my vibe. So I joined another app and their shipping is weird. I don't even know if I did it right. Like I'm just learning. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad that it's helping you. That's why I do these shows, you guys. I do these shows because I wanted there to be understanding. You just got here. Can you start over? Bird theory. You're going to open a can of worms. You're going to open a can of worms. Let's do it again. Are you guys ready? I have a flat rate label that has a P on it. Can you put it in a brown box or should you run to the post office and get a flat rate box? You need to put it in a flat rate box because on the right hand side I don't have a box in here, but generally it will have like a P. And then right over here, it will say medium flat rate or large flat rate. You need to put it in that flat rate box. If you don't have one and they're closed, then just edit your label and then change it, toggle off your flat rate and just put your weight in the brown box and you can regenerate it. It's no big deal. Unless it's over 80 ounces and you're going to have to eat shipping, then yes, I would put it in a flat rate. Um, it's a great group. Oh yeah, Vintage Sisters. I try to keep it good. It's just really hard to juggle that group a lot of the time. And I do have mods in there that are helpful and that can answer other questions. There's so many other sellers in that group. I just want us to be able to help each other. Like, Elvis may know something that I don't know. And then Vintage Sisters could know something that, Bird Theory doesn't know. And we can all teach each other. And it is so helpful. Yes, the Facebook group is at the bottom of the screen. Just search out Whatnot Vintage Community Brainstorm, and it has that little pretty flower picture, and it's really helpful. Well, hey, you might be a genius in glass, okay? And then I might be an absolute moron, which sometimes I am with glass. And I'll be like, I'll take a picture of this and be like, does anybody know what the hell this is? Help me. And you can post that picture, and there's gonna be glass geniuses in the room and they can teach you, you know? Everybody knows a little bit more than somebody else. Like it just blows my mind. There's someone in that group that learned how to create an app, and it's supposed to help us with whatnot. Like, I don't even, yes, you. And I'm just like, I don't even know the first steps to even figuring it out. So I'm just like, mind blown. I don't know nothing. I can't teach you on that, but they can. So we all know little tips and tricks, and I promise you we can all help each other. And that's why we have the group. Yes, I signed up for the beta. I'm ready to read about that. It's going to be very helpful. I'm excited to see. There's Bree. Uh, and I also like that you guys have my back sometimes because sometimes shit goes down. You're working on the final Apple requirements. Yeah, the few people have asked me, Vintage Sisters. That's why I asked you for an update. And I'm like, I don't know. I just saw your post and it sounded interesting. And I'm like, I'll try anything to make it, more time, less less a pain in the ass. I'll just say that. It's just I'm just being honest with you. If it can make my life easier, let's go for it. Yeah, I wanna learn how to use it too. I'm ready. I'm like, come on, let it go. Hi, Ivy and Iron. How are you doing? Hi, hi. I've heard rumors. You'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's in the group. So you guys, if you're not a part of the Whatnot group, definitely check that out. House of Coops in there. Sometimes they drop comments whenever they're able to. I promise you, the bigger you get on this app, the more busy and insane your lives are. But if they go in there and comment, I mean, you're learning stuff from some big, smart people that have been on the app a long time and learn a little bit more, but we can all learn from each other. Like sometimes I want to bring somebody on to co-host, which I mentioned it just from shooting in the hip, because I know newer sellers have a different viewpoint of things than someone that's been on the app for 2 years, because you guys are experiencing Whatnot on a different level because they started things differently. Trench Mama was asking about Vinted. I downloaded that app, but I haven't tried it. I just downloaded Depop. That was interesting. I will say, I kind of like, I know we're not supposed to talk about other apps, but I downloaded Depop because I want to get rid of my clothes. I don't want to mess with selling on a live platform here, and I don't think anybody would buy my clothes here just because I'm not known as a clothing seller. But what I liked about it is you can take a picture of like a shirt and it could read the tag. And if it says like torrid and it says the size, it automatically generates that information in the description. I was like, what? I was like, Whatnot needs to do that, but I don't know if that would work for vintage decor. But I'm like, I kind of want to send that suggestion to Whatnot and be like, hey, can you add more AI functionality like that? Because I think that can make this app so much better, and it could save us a lot of time on typing. Like I'm sure it could figure out that this is an Indiana head on nest and it's amber, and it could pre-type a lot of that stuff for us. I mean, wouldn't that be fabulous? Now, if it's something that we may not know about, maybe not. Anyways, okay, I missed something. Oh, Heart to Haven. Heart to Haven mentioned, and I saw that today. House of Coop did do a post on their Facebook page saying that he was having like heart attack symptoms and was taken by ambulance to the hospital. But they did just do an update. I saw that before I went live, and he's okay, you guys, which is amazing because I was praying because that's just so sad and scary. But he just has a viral infection that gave him all the symptoms of like a heart attack. So I'm just like, thank God, because he's so young and that was so scary. I don't know if you guys saw their post, but they did do an update. So if you want to read the full update and the description and all of that, they did post that on their Facebook page. But I saw that and I was just like, oh my freaking God. I would be like, I wouldn't even think to post. I would be so stressed out. I would have been just shut down and quiet. But I'm glad that he's okay, right? He's so young. What is he like? 35 maybe? I don't even know how old they are, but he's just so like his hairy legs. Really, Sin City, that's what he commented. He's a man. Now, if it was Ashley's legs, now that would be like, what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to read all the chat. Your research goddess. AI is not that accurate in vintage. Yeah, Daisy Lane, AI is not that accurate. I can agree with you on that, but it does help you give you a basis to start your research. But I feel like it could, with all the work that's going into AI, I feel like it potentially could get better and be more advanced. And it could help us with being able to type up our descriptions and stuff like that on whenever we pre-list items on whatnot. I kind of, I don't know, it was just something I saw and I was like, oh, that's really interesting. It's not accurate in general. Yes. So my AI will only use that and then get verified listings from you all. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. If it can learn from verified listings and then build itself up into getting smarter. Are you getting all this tech? Yes, but I've been ignoring it, Madiba. I've been ignoring it just because I've been in here. I've been busy. But it's all right. It's all good. I want a book to read that has compiled everything in vintage items, identifying info, and yeah, there's books on that, but I don't think it's all together. It's okay. You have to remember you have to get out of AI what you put in. Yeah, you do have to train it. And if you pay for it, I believe there's some that are like $8 a month. If you start training it, it actually starts getting smarter. What I've been using it for is taking a picture of something with a plain background and then making it like curated. If you guys look at my show on Wednesday, some of my first pictures is AI generated with my basis image, and then all my others are just my true pictures. And I thought it just made it look really highly styled and people can really like it. Let's see. Like I'll just show you guys. I just liked how it looked. So this is the picture that I took and then oops. And then that's the styled photo it gave me, and I'm just like, "Well, that's gonna help it sell because you can see how it's styled." Like, you can totally use your AI to do that, and it's truly using my table that I have and my backdrop, and then it just added the vintage, and then I kept it in the same category, and my other ones that I created, this is the other bee box that I have. It actually used the same items like it's my own, and then just styled it a different way, which is really cool. So, what AI is that is Chat GPT. And if I keep going back to that chat thread with Chat GPT, it keeps reusing like the same books, the same candlestick, the same art, the same flowers. And I'm just like mind blown. Yeah, let me show you another one. I just love it because it's still using my tabletop that I refinished and it's recreating. Here's a fairy lamp that I just made. Oh my god, my turtle got bit up. I'm excited. Y'all, I never seen a turtle fairy lamp. And see what I mean? It's using the same candle, same art, same photos, same books, and then just restyled that. Isn't that cool? And it's Chat GPT. You can totally do that. And then all my other photos, like I said, this is what I started with. And then it redid it. You're available for emergency rate train fill-ins. There you go. Read Ivy and Iron. Ooh. Go back, go back. Sorry, guys, I'm missing the chat. I'm horrible. Be careful with AI, though. I've noticed that some listings don't actually show the product as it is. I bought some that way too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to explain that, Ivy. Like, I did that just so you can see its style, so you can kind of imagine it in your home. But then all my other images is truly what I am showing, like all of its condition. If there's flaws, you're going to see all of that detailed in there. Uh, so I just did this hen on Nest yesterday. I just listed that. It's still the same books and everything, but all my listings, like I'm showing the flaws. Like I have pictures in there showing that it does have a little chippy. I mean, it's not perfect, it's vintage, but I am showing all of that in there. So just I'm only using it for the first picture as like clickbait. Clickbait. Hall and the family showed how to take an AI info CSV file in groups to save time. Wait, what? Sweet pea? How to take the AI info? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. Are you talking about like the description that it gives for like the item and then putting it into the CSV file? Is that what you're saying? I hope that's what you said. Yeah, I like the cover photo. I feel like it makes it clickable. Yes, I did that in ChatGPT. I think I can show it from this one because I have the same account logged in on ChatGPT. Home styling. Okay. So this is what I initially did. Can you style this in a home? And then it like gave me all this whatever. And I was like, I just want a mock up. So it created a mock up. See, there's one. And then I was like, well, can you do this one too? And then if and it made that one. Okay. No, this is the free one. I'm not paying for this. And then a few days later, I was like, okay, can you do this one? So I did it in the same thread. I did that one. So it's still using the same imagery. And then a few days later, I was like, okay, I want this one done. Oh, shoot. Damn it. I hate when I click stuff. And then I was like, can you use this one? I added it on a stand and then it styled it. Like it's totally doing this. It's Chat GPT. Isn't that neat? Heirloom Studio, she's having her first show. Oh, why are you muting yourself, Diva? Oh, so I read it. Hi, Kristen, Heirloom Studio. And I'll just show you guys what this is. This is on my old Android, but it's this logo and it's Chat GPT, like that. That's the app I'm using. I think you can only do a few if you don't have the paid version. Yes. So that's why I usually do like 2 a day. And then the next day I'll do another one. Next day I'll do another one. But I believe right now, if you try to sign up for the plus version, like there's a go version that's $8. And then there's a plus version that is $20. Okay, so there's 2 different ones. So you don't have to spend as much, but just remember if you pay for apps for your business, you can write those off. You do the 8 version, it's great. Awesome. See? See? Yeah, or right now I'm not paying for it because I am paying for Canva. And Canva also has a version of AI. I use that a lot. So I'm doing the free version of Chat GPT and then I'm doing Canva because I kind of take a little bit from Chat GPT. I mess with it a little bit more on Canva and try to make it more my own because I really don't want it fully Chat GPT because I want it to stand out. If you guys look at the brass raid trains that I'm a part of, me and Evergreen Estate are a part, we host. We try to make those really classy and stand out on their own. But if you look at those, that's like part Chat GPT, part Canva. I mean, we really work really hard to make those thumbnails like really good. Is this part-time hustle? I'm doing this as a business, but I did start out at part-time, but I just fully went full-time as of January. But if you're doing it part-time, you can still use it as a write-off because it is technically a business. because it's an expense. So, like, I record my mileage through Mile IQ. I write that off, my internet, my cell phone, my electric, stuff like that. Portions of all of that can be applied as an business expense. So you just have to keep track of it and write it down. Are you talking to Mediva about CSV or responding to your comment? Uh, Heart to Haven, you were talking about, last I remember what you said was about House of Coop, but I'm kind of loopy loop, so I'm not sure. I pay because it's a virtual assistant for your life. Her name is Quill. I decided on the best name for her together. Yeah, I've been thinking about paying for her, so maybe she can help figure out to help me. I just haven't done it yet. I've been a little busy. I spend hours staging and killing your back. Yeah. You can do a couple a day if you don't wanna pay for it, just to see if you're happy with wanting to pay for it, like, see what it can do for you. But I know it has more functionality when you do pay for it, but you don't have to. Like I said, I haven't been paying for it. All you have to do is add photos, you may wanna message her. I know how to do CSV file, I have done a chat about that, but I think I have an idea how she's adding it to the CSV, but I'll have to hear about it. Was I asking you about CSV? I don't think so, Heart to Haven. Okay. Ivy and Iron. Okay, I did read that. Okay. Claude is your coworker. Go to help, type in CSV, bulk import. Yes, if you guys go to my YouTube channel, if you guys are YouTubers, just so you know, my streams are automatically sent over to YouTube under the live, so you can rewatch them. If you go over to my YouTube channel and just search under Gems and Joy, if you're not already following me, you guys can rewatch those. I don't think I can do it here. But if you go under the lives, there is one that actually says CSV file. If you want to watch that, I actually did teach how to do CSV. If you want to find my YouTube channel easier, you can screenshot my QR code. And under my link tree, I have a link to my YouTube channel so you guys can rewatch the CSV. Yes. Okay, Sin City. What I would like to know is, how do you add pictures? Because what I do is I don't add the photos and I just load it to Whatnot and then I add the photos on my phone. I want to learn that part if there's not so many steps. Oh, you add them later. Okay, I do that too. That's what I want to learn. Of traumatic. You're all good, Heart to Haven. It's fine. You're all good. And I didn't mod you. I'm an idiot. I just been so sidetracked. It's all right. My brain is going here, 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 here. Squirrel, squirrel. Okay. Um, how do you get so many people to watch your lives? Mama's on point. Honestly, I will just let you know, 49 people in the room for seller support for me is like crazy high. I think it was just the fact that I was talking about the updates with shipping, and I think that got a lot of people in the room. But usually on my seller support shows, there's only like 10. So I appreciate everybody that's hanging out with me. I'm here. I'm doing this for the goodness of my heart. I don't really get anything out of it. I want to help other people. I was a newbie at one time. I was learning things the hard way at one time. I'm here to answer your questions so you don't have those hardships like I have experienced in my growth and time on Whatnot. I've been on the app for 2 years, and I tell you, I've struggled with you. Okay. I've struggled myself. I learned everything from the ground up. I didn't really have anybody to talk to about it. I just tried it. And if it failed, I pulled back and I analyzed and then I tried something else. Like, that's what you have to do. When I first started, I did a lot of shows where you're seeing my hands. And I was like, okay, I'm going to flip the camera where you guys are looking at my head, looking at my face. So you get to see who you're talking to. And I'm going to see how those shows go, and just see what happens. And what I found is I do better on shows where you guys see my face. And I go rewatch my shows and I'm like, I really hate looking at myself because my eyes are like all over the place. I don't necessarily look at the camera or read the chat. My eyes are like whatever. And it drives me nuts, but you guys like it. So that's fine. um, I'm just picking on myself. I promise you. I really hate listening to my own voice. I don't like rewatching myself. And that's another thing in the Facebook group that I run. Yes, voice. Facebook group that I run, there's a lot of people that are getting frustrated on this app. They're like, I'm not getting growth. I am not getting anywhere. I'm not getting sales. I only have two people in my room. What am I doing wrong? Uh, that's funny. I'm wearing one. Okay. Um, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Um, oh my word. What was I saying? I just totally lost my train of thought. Squirrel, squirrel. Oh, yeah. They were getting frustrated with sales not doing really well. And what I've done personally, and I feel like it is really good advice. Thank you. You're not getting very many people in the room. You're not keeping people in the room. Re-watch your shows. Number one, stop comparing yourself to Hodgepodge Place, Upcycled by Brie, myself, Beth. Like, don't compare yourself to anyone. Go rewatch your own shows. And if you were the customer, would you sit there and watch them? Would you watch yourself if you were the customer? Was your lighting good? Like right now, if I was selling stuff, I tell you my lighting is shit. Okay. Is my background awful? Is my music, if I play music, I never play music because I send my stuff over to YouTube, so I don't want to cut it out. But is your music too loud? Is it too annoying? Yeah, I'm not always kind to myself. I really am not. Everybody, you're not kind to yourself, but you need to analyze yourself. If you were sitting there watching you and you were selling things, would you stick around in that room? What could you do different? Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to have music playing. I don't play music. I yap too much. Um, I feel like it's annoying. Most of the time, Whatnot even blurs it out, so you don't necessarily always hear it. You just kind of hear bits and pieces. So I just don't. I'm wearing a freaking bra. Anyways, uh, I think it's I just don't play music, but if it makes you feel better, you can totally play music. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. I just send stuff over to YouTube. Oh my gosh, they have ice cream
Extra
today.
annoying. Shut your trap.
You're so mean.
Been listening to you pull that boy.
Oh, do you like listening to me? Oh, you guys, he brought me a shake from Brahms. They didn't have any yesterday. I never play music. I just noticed many do and have wondered. I don't. And I don't know if that's like, oh, he is. He brought me a shake. But he says, he better be smart. That's to you. Yesterday we went there and they had no ice cream. And I was like, what? You don't have vanilla and chocolate? Mix them together? And they're like, well, we don't have lids either. And I was just like, y'all, much love, Patrick. They love you right now. Anyways, you guys please rewatch yourselves. See what you can improve. Do a self audit. Is your lighting good? Is your setup look good? Do I need to pull my camera closer? Do I need to put it farther away? Am I showing the items well? I'm just gonna pull this up.
I gotta go drop a bunch of this sweet gas and stuff off at the shop because I don't want to sit in the truck with it being so hot.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. So like let's say I was selling this and this is how I was showing it. And you're like, why the hell is this not selling? Why is it not selling? It looks awesome. Like, there's some people are like, this looks amazing. Like, I don't see any chips or cracks. If anybody wants it and then you don't sell it, like, you need to think about it. You need to be like, okay, I'm showing my best friend and she's blind as shit. This is what you need to do. I want you to see all the details. Like, look how gorgeous that is, friends. Look at the inside. No chips or cracks. Like, you need to do that. Like, your best friend's blind and you're holding it up to her eyeballs. Okay. You need to show all the details on camera. You don't need to be doing it over here. Run that shit. It's preloaded in Wednesday's show, you guys. Wednesday's show, Estate Sale Wars. Please come help me win because I'm competing against Hodgepodge and I don't think I'm cool enough. Okay, so I'm really trying hard, and I got pre bids. I got it preloaded so you guys can pre-bid, okay? Okay. You guys want to help me? You guys want to help me? I also have two different Bibles. Oh my gosh, Roxy. I also got two different Bibles. I mean, they're kind of falling apart, but they're freaking amazing. I got those preloaded too. Like my banger stuff that I want you guys to see and know that I am preloading. I'm also working on, I haven't got them loaded yet, but I have some printer trays. I got some printer trays locally, you guys, and those are going to be getting loaded up as well. I just found this weekend, so I think it's still at $3. But I found this. It does have some chippies, which is normal, but I found it in the wild and I loaded it straight to the whatnot for Wednesday's show. So if you guys looking at it, yeah, and I have two B boxes. One's a marriage and one isn't, but they're fabulous. Look at the natural lighting. Yeah, you guys see the light through it with the light behind me? Like it just looks good. And this is not that Timu crap, okay? This is true vintage. I had to say that. I don't want to sell Timu crap. Anyways, the B box is not Timu, ma'am. Yeah, it's not. I paid way I will just tell you, the black bee box, I have never spent that much money on an item for resale ever, so I'm literally holding my breath, and I just wanna make my money back at minimum. It's not there yet, but we'll see. It is gorgeous. There's no chips in it. I have a Franken bee box too, you guys. What is a bee box? Let me pull up that show. Hold on one second. I gotta get over to that one. It is on Wednesday's show. So if you go over to my shows, you want to scroll down to where you see the one that has like over 200 bookmarks. And if you click on it, the hell just someone just fell on my arm. That was weird. This is a bee box right here. It's Indiana glass and it has like little bees and a honeycomb and it's so beautiful. It's like a candy dish. These were made in the early 1900s. They're really popular now. They're like the new hen on nest and fairy lamps. And that one is a black one. Let me see if I can show the details better. That's a dusty photo, but focus. There you go. You see all the bees? There you go. You see the bees? I mean, it's so cool. Yeah, they're very pretty. And then the other one that I have, which I wasn't sure if I wanted to sell it this way. I think it's cool, but it's a marriage. It's a blue bottom and a black top. I really like how it looks. It's really cool, but it is technically two different pieces, but they look cute together. And that one's in perfect shape as it is. And I'm just selling it as is because that's how I found it. Yeah, no problem. But you guys can pre-bid on any of those things. I got them loaded for a reason. I think I've started them at $3. Yeah, I got the Bible starting for 3, the Hen on Ness. Yeah. I'm excited, you guys. I've been sourcing like crazy. Yeah, starting low. I'm holding my breath. I'm holding my breath. I'll just tell you that because I paid money for all that stuff. Okay. Country keepsakes. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. Please shout out your next show. Tell us what your, um, how your, blah, blah, blah. Shout out your next show. Tell us how your show went. All the things we want to get to know you. Yes, words, words. Thank you so much for the raid. You guys, please follow Country Keepsakes Shank. Did I misread their name? Okay, my is calling you names. We're shooting from the hip. You calling them names? How rude. Okay. How's it junkin'? I met you in shooting from the hips room, and I watched your show. And I was like blown away. It's so much fun, you guys. All the new friends that you find on the app, like through different people's shows and through raid trains. I had so much fun. Like I found some hand painting sellers and stuff like that. My favorite flavor, and I haven't tried to get it in a while, is you ask Brahms to give you a strawberry chocolate shake. So they add strawberry and chocolate in it, and it tastes like chocolate covered strawberries. It's so good, but I just got a chocolate one. That's what he brought me. I just said yes when he asked in the chat earlier. I don't know if this is cheating, but I went into a seller who I feel has a similar vibe as me, followed all her followers, gained a lot of followers. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people can kind of consider it's a little bit creepy to follow buyers, but I did that at first when I was just starting because I had nobody and I was hoping that would get people to come hang out with me. But now I don't know, I just chat and be silly and I just hope they come hang out with me. That's all I really do. How do you get consistent people in your room? I feel like the save listing that I have pinned, or I'm about to pin it, does help my people come back that want to come hang out with me. I feel like that does help because consistently see them come back and they want to hang out with me when they're able to. But I also feel like creating a relationship, so if I see them in the chat and I know, like, if I know somebody's in the chat that I know, I remember specifically something that they bought, I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? And I'm like, I have a thing I have to show you. Like, I have a lady, her name's Rona. If you guys haven't seen her, she loves her pottery. And if I see something and I have it, I can show her, I'll be like, girl, you need to see this. Or, you start to generate relationships. Like you learn their style, what they like to see, how they're doing. Sometimes they let you know, like, what their interests are, what they do for a living, or that they have little kids. And you can say, hey, how's your little one doing? They just had a baby or something like that. I think it's just creating relationships, chatting with people, which that does take time and it will come back, but you also have to be consistent. Yeah. I take screenshots during the live if they ask for specific things. You can add it to your sourcing. Yeah, yeah. Or they have a German Shepherd doggy. Yeah, my dog was just in here, you guys. I love her. She never wants to come in and hang out with me because she likes to be outside, but she was just in here. I buy things set aside for a year. Oh, yeah. You have 5,300 followers. You just did your first show after 5 years on Whatnot. Oh, that's awesome. Yankee Peddler. That's awesome. Okay, trying to make some vignettes with things that I haven't been selling and selling as a bundle, or maybe just having it pictured or styled will help. Yeah, you can totally do that. Let's find joy. Some people, personally, you can group things together and make like a vignette and then list it that way. And then I would also put in your auction tab like random polls. And if nobody buys it as a vignette, say, hey, if you see something in the vignette that you would rather purchase, just that piece, let me know. I can run it separately instead of buying the bundle. Because some people may not want the whole thing and they just want a single thing that they see in the vignette, but sometimes that pulls their attention whenever you show it that way. I feel like I do better selling things separately than as groups, personally. You have the potential to make more money. Can you read? I read a silent. No, I can't read. I'm gonna read that. When is that, Livy? You don't have to red chat that. That's funny. She asked me if I can read. No, I can't read. I'm blind. Uh, I'm doing your first competition show. $2 Taco Tuesday tomorrow. So nervous, hesitant to run expensive items. Monies, if you have time, what you can do is create like a pop-up show and do like a sneak peek of what's to come, and then create like a bookmark like I have at the bottom of the screen to click the alert bell to be alerted and say, hey, if you want to be alerted when I'm live tomorrow, if you want any of these items, click the alert bell. I'm gonna whenever I go live, I will pin it so you get the alert saying that I'm live so you can come hang out, and see if that helps as well. But a preview show may help. You'll be less nervous. People can see what you're going to be bringing, and maybe you can do a little bit better. I need to do that for Wednesday show as well. Give a preview. Did I go over new shipping rules? Nothing's changed. Motherload vintage. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit closer, but nothing has changed. Motherload vintage. Basically, if you're not a shady seller and you're shipping your items correctly, so if your box is 16 ounces, you're telling the post office on that label that it's 16 ounces and you're shipping it. As long as you're shipping it correctly, you're not going to have any problem. That's the only thing that's going on because there's people selling stuff for 11 ounces and shipping it, and then the true box weight is like 18 ounces and it's costing whatnot money because they're not shipping it correctly on the label. They're not being accurate because they don't want to pay for additional shipping. So as long as you ship it correctly, you're fine. Don't be a shady seller. uh they're just cracking down on shipping and not paying for true weights. Yep, exactly. Dimensional weight freaks you out. Why does it freak you out? You love my shirt. Oh yeah, it's Dolly Parton. Somehow it's dirty. What's wrong? What's wrong, Lassie? Do you guys want to see my puppy dog? Ignore my mess. Oh, my camera's not freaking gonna work. Roxy, where's my camera? There we go. There's my Roxy girl. Look at her. She's so happy. She's so happy. Let me unplug this before you trip. Look how pretty she is. Say hi. Say hi. She's so pretty. She's shedding, you guys, so I'm probably gonna be covered in fur. But yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna flip that. She is very protective. She is so protective. Okay, I got sidetracked, but she got me distracted. Like if you have a super lightweight or large item, it can still cost 60 in shipping. Okay, so how about this? Uh you have a lamp. We all know lamps are a nightmare to ship, or even art. They can be a nightmare to ship, right? Because they may not necessarily weigh a lot depending on what you're shipping, but it's because of their size. It's going to create an awkward box. It's going to take awkward amount of packing material to keep it, in place. So I'm just imagining like a brass lamp. Okay. A brass lamp that has like a big base and then it tapers. But you have to put it in a long box and then you have to bubble it and protect it. So it's going to take a lot of extra bubble wrap to keep it all good. And you don't want it jingling or bending any of the wires. Like it's just going to take a little bit more. If you weigh it, which I have one right now, if you weigh it, it may weigh a pound. But due to the size of the box for how big it's going to be, and how much packing it's going to take, I would probably charge 5 pounds just to give me some cushion, if that makes sense. Because of dimensional weight, not necessarily its true weight. Um, Same with art. Even metal bread boxes, you pay 20 on the first one and then fixture weight, but then pay 10 each for the next four. Oh yeah, bread boxes are bigger, you guys. I would do those as a single ship and yeah, buffering to keep it from breaking, yes. Bread boxes are bigger, so I would probably do a single ship on those anyways, but it is still gonna be dimensional weight, so you just have to consider what kind of a big of a box. I mean, you can weigh a box in advance if you have one that you know you could put it in and see how much just the item and the box weighs and then add a little bit more cushion. Some people like to do advanced packing consideration, but I just add on general weight, but I know I'll probably be paying extra. You create a shipping profile for your large paintings. You don't do max shipping on those shows. Yeah, I don't like to do max shipping on shows that I'm doing heavy items or single ship items. I'm like, I'm sorry. And if you don't want your customer paying as much in shipping, you could fluff your cost of your art with some additional shipping cost to kind of offset. Does that make sense? You know you're gonna be paying, you may add additional $20 into the cost of the item, but you may only charge your customer the 921, and you just do it as a single ship, but you know you're gonna take that 20 bucks and put it into shipping automatically. So, it's not a deterrent because typically shipping is what deters a lot of the buying, not necessarily the cost of the item. So it's just something that you consider. Tell people, oh, Klarna, that's a good idea. On the buy it now, if you buy something, is it over $100 or 50? I can't remember. Shoot. Now I want to go to someone's show so I can see. Just a second. I can't remember. Is it 50 or 100? It's usually high cost items. Uh, okay, somebody has a Fenton show. Let me mute her. Let me see if she has anything in her bin. Of course you don't have anything in your bin. How rude. Okay. I don't remember. I can't remember what it is, but if you have an item in your bin and it reaches over a certain threshold, your customers can buy it through Klarna, or where basically they can pay it out in installments like every week. So instead of paying $100 right then and there, they can do little payments and it'll still be able to ship to them. They just have to do an agreement on a payment plan. So that's another idea. If you have something in your shop and you're charging $125 for it and you run it as an auction and nobody takes it, just say, hey, if anyone's interested in this item, but you just don't want to push out that much money right now, I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to be a buy it now item. So if you want to do a payment plan under Klarna, you have that option. And what you can do is change it. Yes, only for the bin. You can change it over to the bin. You can pin it at the bottom of the screen. Just say, hey guys, if you see it now, it'll be in the bin. If you click on to purchase it, you just have to change your option to be able to buy it through Klarna. I'm trying to find somebody that has a bin item. I only have $1. Come on, somebody, you gotta have some bin items. You don't have no bin items. Anybody have an expensive bin item? You have a bin item with over $100. Okay. I'm gonna look you up. Vintage. Who was the first person I saw? Vintage Sisters. Go back. Come on, whatnot. There we go. Shop. Buy it now. 2050. I'm looking for an expensive item. Okay, you have a olive green white lotus enamel bowl. I have never seen a bowl like that. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I'm in Vintage Sisters saying I've never seen a bowl like this, so I'm a little mind blown. Thank you. You guys did that. Okay, so if I go into buy now, y'all are just gonna see my address, but it's fine. Uh, you can see that I can purchase it, but if you see like right here, I can click on Affirm or Klarna and I can do a payment plan. I've never done this, so I just want to see what happens. Oh, it takes me to a Klarna screen and to set up to do a payment plan. I've never done Klarna in my life, but you have that ability, and that's basically what that looks like. You can use Affirm or Klarna on there. So that's basically how that looks, and you can explain that to your customers. It's going to be right under your payment method. So if you pay like with a card or PayPal or something, you can just click on Affirm and do that. Now I'm wondering, can you do it with a $40 item? Hold on. She has a McCoy for 40, so I'm going to see if it gives me that option. A $40 item does work. Okay, let me see. I want to know what the threshold is. She has a Fire King for 30. Let's see. Okay, for 30, you can use Klarna. Well, isn't that That's gonna get people in trouble. Do you have a 20? She has a $20 item on a scrapbook. Let's see if there's Klarna for that. You can use Klarna for 20 bucks, y'all. What? A $20 item. So, yes, you can use it for all kinds of items. I didn't know that. I thought it was only high dollar. So that's interesting. That would be a little bit insane. Please don't do a payment plan on a $20 item. That seems a little crazy, but you can get in trouble. But, if you see something that you absolutely love and it's like $100, I would totally, and you really wanted it, you just couldn't do it like right that moment, then yeah, you can use Klarna like DoorDash. Yeah. And can you imagine the debt you can get yourself into? Please don't do that, friends. But I mean, if you really need to, then do it. How does that work for the seller? We haven't got 1,000 items yet when you get paid. You should still get your money when it gets delivered because basically those companies, either Affirm or Klarna, is fronting that money like a credit card. And then they made an agreement to get the money from your customer. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so you will still get it once it gets delivered if you're under the 1,000 sales. Yeah, just kinda like me, I don't know how people purchase, but I get my money the moment that my label's created because I'm over that 1,000 sales. Yep, yep, yep. Have I missed any other questions, friends? I know I can been kinda, like, going back and forth. If I missed anything, let me know. Anybody in here under 1,000 sales? Does anybody need some ideas how to get your sales up? I see, yes, me. Okay. Think about things that you can find locally. Everybody's going to have sources of different things that you can find locally that you can find cheap, that you can sell easily. Whenever I was doing my push to 1,000 sales, I was doing um ephemera, which is like postcards. You didn't read my silent read thing out loud. You need bookmarks to make it work. Well, Livy, tell me what you want me to do. Did you want me to read that out loud? I didn't know I was allowed to because you said silent read thing. Can everybody go bookmark Livy Wills silent read train thing? She needs bookmarks. I don't know what day it is. She's starting trouble with me. Okay, if you're trying to get to 1,000 sales, find things that you can buy cheaply. Whenever I was working for it, I was doing ephemera and postcards, and then I also was doing linens because I could go out to garage sales, estate sales, and buy those in bulk and then I could start them on the app for $1. What I liked about ephemera is I could sell a postcard, a single postcard for $1, charge 78-cent shipping like I would for a giveaway, and I could sell those and I can just tell people I'm working to get to my 1,000 sales. I even did groupings of items. I did groupings of linens. So that's what you need to consider when you're trying to push, to get your sales. Try to do things that are easy that you can just get through. If you can find like a bundle of minis, do a mini show. I mean, that's so much fun. You could totally do that. Do you all do low starts? If so, I don't do low starts. I feel like I shoot myself in the foot, Southern Salvage. I really feel like I shoot myself in the foot when I do that. Personally, I feel like doing max shipping and then charging what I minimum need is better in my opinion. Because I have tried doing $9 starts, I've tried doing $5 starts, and I feel like I shoot myself in the foot unless I'm in a rate train. But even sometimes in rate trains, it hurts. I will just tell you that. So just do what you feel comfortable with. Um, some people do dollar starts and I watch their shows and I'm like, how the hell are you affording this? Because it's not getting bid up. And that is really scary in my opinion, just because this is my sole income. But other people, it's successful. It just really just depends on how you look at it. You also have to consider how you're sourcing. You can't just go source at an antique store and pay $30 for items, start them for $1, and then they only sell for 15. You're already in the hole. So you have to be wise with your sourcing, how you're finding all your items, and do you feel comfortable starting for $1 and they sell for $1? So it's just something to think about. Hopefully that helps you guys try to get to your 1,000 sales quicker, but those are one of the top things that I need to do. Okay, Livy did tell me again. She says, bookmark Livy Will Silent Rate Train Blessing Shows. Now I want to go over to her thing and see what that says. Does it say Silent Blessing? Oh, Silent Blessing. I see. It's on May 26th, is the first one I see. Is that the only one? And June 26th. Is it always on the 26th? September, October? Okay. You have several. So if you guys will go over to Livy Wills and bookmark the one that says Silent Raid Blessing with Livy Will. That's what she's trying to do. I'm not sure what she's doing, but I'm intrigued. No, read above. Oh, I'm in trouble again. How do you know people will like those items like linens? I always do well with linens. People love hankies and uh personally I buy things that I love linen wise that I feel comfortable to sell. And if I like it, my customers are gonna like it. I don't want to buy crap and then try to sell crap and polish it up to make it want to sell. Actually, like I love finding linens. I feel like the special ones with the flowers are just really pretty and I can show how you can style it. I love finding pot holders. I love finding the yo-yo quilts, other different kinds of quilts, even like vintage curtains and stuff like that. Obviously, these are not, this is my guest room. I don't care, but I love finding like cute curtains and aprons and doilies. Yeah, right now I am in so many shows. People are begging for doilies. I don't know what it is, but if you guys have doilies, get in there and start selling them because people are looking for them left and right. And I swear it's different people. I swear it's different people. And I made the shows to go live, get people together silently, and then we rate a seller that need a boost. You do it randomly as needed. Okay, so Livy Wills is doing the silent blessing raid train, and she's trying to get bookmarks so she can raid someone that needs a little boost in their life, which is super sweet. I really like that idea. So if you guys can please go over to Livy Wills and bookmark her shows. So yes, curtains are awesome. Yes, you guys, curtains are really awesome. Even needlepoint and cross stitch and embroidery and all the linens, guys. It is very popular, but lately I've been seeing a big push on doilies. I mean, shoot, you can even if you guys know how to crochet, you can crochet cute little granny squares and add them to things. Like, what if you found like a cute apron, add a little granny square to it? Like, people would love the crap out of that. I promise you. You can put linens in the bin. You can do a whole linen show. I know people that buy like quilts and do quilt shows, and they do really, really well. Just sell what you guys like. That's what I recommend. Sell what you like. And it is really, really helpful. Yeah, and linens are easy packs. So if you need a little breather on packing some hard stuff, sell some linens. I have some lace curtains that you cannot sell for the life of me. And then I thought about people could be interested in vintage art items. Hmm. Have you done a show with just linens? Harley's collection. Try just a show with just linens and just advertise it as all the linens and just see if you can get those people that come in. Because typically, when you have just a show focusing on just that curated selection, I feel like it draws those people in. And then, like, pick some favorites and take like a thumbnail photo of what you have in there. And yeah, it's just crazy. So, like, just throw them in a pile, take a picture and be like, "Look what's coming," or just some of your favorite pieces just to highlight them and then just have them in your show. But I feel like just core focused on what you're selling. Like, if you're just gonna do linens, you can have anything from quilts to curtains to aprons to doilies to tablecloths. Printed tablecloths are really big now too, and doilies, all the things. You can do a whole grouping and just run different pieces. You can even do random polls, preload some of if you have quilts, I would preload those just so people can see them. And generally, those cost more. And then you can do random polls on the rest of them. But yes, I love lace curtains. Heck yeah. People love lace curtains. I promise you, you're gonna sell them. I see them sell like left and right, and they get bid up like crazy. You start them at $3. I've seen them go up to like 25. It's crazy, craziness, especially when you have pairs, and stuff like that. So don't give up. That's what I would do. Try a curated show. I'm trying to scroll back. You tried mini flower kits, seeds, postcards, playing cards. Rarely get any bin purchases. Um, Playing cards is a slower one. I have done playing card shows a little bit. I am putting those in my bin. Um, Flower seed kits, I feel like those are more giveaways. I don't know if people really necessarily buy them. What else can you sell? Miniatures. If you guys can find miniatures, you can sell salvage. Sometimes if you're in an area where you can find a lot of salvage, you can sell like drawer pulls one by one by one. That could help with your thousand sales. Pieces of wood. You can paint up art, junk journals. Oh, junk journal supplies. There you go. Yeah, salvage lamp pieces. You can put a sprig in it. You can decorate with floral, add lace to it. Um, you can do all kinds of things. Just think outside the box. What is something different that people will like? And that is your style. And, work on selling that.
You're still on?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do you need me to get off?
No.
Okay. Let's see. They're asking all the questions. It's a good show. Let's see. Most people buy playing cards and stickers from the bin to help. Yeah, make sure your stickers and playing cards from the bin is like 78-cent shipping and not $4. Yeah, I know. Gosh, you're less like my husband. Do you want to tell them hi? Do you want to make an appearance?
Not
They
really.
they just wanted to say, "Oh, look, a leprechaun."
Leprechaun.
Their red hair.
Not red hair.
Everybody got quiet. I made a color theme mini junk journal packs and then did a flash sale. Yes, flash sales are really good, you guys. You can do flash sales. I even have like handmade jewelry that I put in my bin. And whenever I go live, when I'm trying to do like a little push, I've done them on flash sales, or you can even offer where they can make offers on them. Hello, Patrick.
What's up?
They can't even see you. Let me see. There you go. There's Patrick. He's always hiding. You always get confused because you have to turn them on each time. Yes, you have to turn them on to do like a flash sale. So like if I wanted to do one that's in my bin, I would go over to the buy it now. I'm gonna flash sale a candle that came from my sister-in-law. I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna go over to the 3 dots and then you go down to flash sale, and then it gives me these options. I'm gonna read them out loud. It says percentage off, flash sale length of time, and then I can set a max amount to be purchased. Where did that go? Wow, this is glitching. It won't even let me change the discount. That's fun. Unpin. Let me see. Why is this phone being stupid? Run as flash sale. It's not letting me change how much discount there is on this phone. That's really weird. Um, but let's see. I'll do the flash sale and you can do something like that. And I just did it for like a minute. You can do it for 2 hours. You can do it for an hour. It won't let you do it to dollar items anymore. Yeah, the reason that you can't do it for dollar items anymore is because it was making people's balances like negative 40 cents. And so it wasn't covering credit card expenses and, the fees and stuff. And it was just no go. So you have to do it for items that are way more. I paid way too much on Gibbies before you learned how to do the 78-cent shipping. You just watch seller community video. Yeah. Does everybody know how to do the 78-cent shipping? Does everybody know how to do the 78-cent shipping on giveaways for flat items that would go in a white plain envelope? No, 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 no. That came through like 10 times. That's funny. If you go to my YouTube channel, and you go over to my shorts. I have a little short video of how to do it, but I can show you guys really quick. I'm going to create a giveaway because I haven't even done a giveaway today. I'm so rude. I'm going to create a quality listing. I don't even know what photos I have on this. I'm just going to pick a random photo. That's not what you're getting though. So I'm just creating a listing, and then you want to go to the categories, and it's going to be the one that I think I forgot they moved it. I'm going to have to make a new video. Hold up. Where'd they move the sticker category? Mm. I believe it's under crafts. I just don't see crafts. Where's crafts? Hold on one second, friends. I use it all the time, so I don't have to look it up anymore. So now I gotta find it. Man, it hates this phone for some reason today. Arts and handmade, craft supplies, other craft supply. No, that's not what I want. Let's try this again. Arts and handmade. Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, friends. So you go under arts and handmade, you go down to stickers. They moved where stickers are, and it's making me mad. And then, so arts and handmade, and then you click on stickers. That's the category. So that is going to be the first thing whenever you create a giveaway. I hate that they moved it. It makes me mad. So I'm going to do a giveaway. And the giveaway rules are you have to tell the what you're going to give as the giveaway. So I'm going to say 3 single single playing cards as the giveaway. You can also do this for items that you're putting in your bin as the 78-cent shipping. But whenever you're doing giveaways, you need to put the estimated value for your giveaway. So I'm gonna put estimated value of $3. It's usually what they go for. It's about $3 for a set of 4 cards. So whatever. $3, but there's shipping and stuff in it. $3, a single giveaway. And then I'm gonna do a followers giveaway. And then on shipping, to get the 78 cents, you want to choose the one that says 0 to 1 ounces. Okay. And then I'm going to publish that. So that's the 2 steps whenever you generate a giveaway. Now, this other step that you have to do, and has to be within your show before you start it, is you're going to go into the 3 dots, and you're going to go into edit show. And then I'm going to scroll down to shipping category. Where's shipping? Where's shipping? There we go. Shipping. And then we're going to go under domestic shipments. And then you want to have okay, I clicked on the wrong one looking at the camera. Then you want to click on the first one that I have toggled on that says first class mail letter. And you want to toggle that on. If it's off, you won't get the 78-cent shipping. Okay. So those are the 3 things that you need to have. So number 1 is the first class mail letter toggled on under your show. Under the actual listing, you have to have it under sticker category and then 0 to 1 ounces. And then that's how you get the 78-cent shipping. Okay. Let me go back to the show. Since I set up a giveaway, I'm going to run the giveaway. I'm going to do some playing cards. And if you have a preference on cards, let me know. If you want like flowers or birds or whatever, whoever wins, let me know because I have them like literally piled right there. I have them in groups. So just let me know which one. Do you actually see a difference in max shipping versus buyer pay all? I feel like people buy more. Like they're less reluctant to buy more or to swipe more when there's max shipping involved. I need to test it a little bit more, but I feel like people do swipe more. When I first started offering max shipping, people were filling their boxes even more than what they do now. Typically, for the most part, people buy 1 to 2 items and they call it good. Yeah, new sellers, you can't offer max shipping, but once you're I believe the threshold now is 500 sales. I think somebody said that. I think Shoot from the Hip said that, but she's a newer seller. I haven't been restricted to that. But I believe it's 500 sales, and then you can offer max shipping. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend offering max shipping as a new seller until you've been on the app at least 6 months and you really understand shipping because you can screw yourself over if you don't do it right. And that's why I offer that max shipping guide in my shop to kind of explain things a little bit. But I used to have a friend, she put herself negative $400 in the hole from shipping. You have done it. Journey through time. Tell us how you screwed yourself. Do tell. Um, Buyers pay up to a certain amount. That's kind of the same. There's a difference. If you do max shipping 921, you will get the banner on your screen that scrolls the top across the top that says max shipping 921. You will get the little banner on the cover that says reduced shipping that looks like this. See how on the cover of mine it says reduced shipping right there? That means it's 921. Now, if you do your max shipping as $15, it's not going to have the banner. It's not going to have the reduced shipping. You have to tell your customers. So it really is not the same thing. You're still limiting how much they're going to pay, but you're just stopping it at $15 and then they're going to start taking it out of your profit. And personally, I don't feel like there's any benefit on that. I know people that used to do like 12 or $15 max shipping, and now they're just doing 921 because I feel like it's just better overall. I see the different amounts in the banner sometimes. You do. I haven't noticed that. I've only seen it with 921. It could be my phone. It could be an update. I don't know. Now you're gonna make me want to pay attention more. How do you make sure you don't have max shipping on? I saw a new seller that accidentally had on free shipping. You set up your show, leave your shipping settings as default. Do not change them, and you won't have free shipping on. I promise you. Default settings with Whatnot as a new seller, any show that you set up is just going to be defaulted to priority and ground. You set up flat rate shipping and sold big items. Oh my gosh, journey through time. Ma'am, how much shipping did you eat or did you cancel them? I will tell you on max shipping, I had one item where it was going to charge me $55 to ship it. One item. Okay. One item was going to cost me $55. So if you guys are not careful on max shipping, you can really eat it. Okay. And I'm offering max shipping on Wednesday's show for Estate Sale Wars. I'm selling stuff for an hour. Wish me luck. I feel like I'm going to be paying about $300 or more on shipping, and I'm okay with that. I'm anticipating it, but I'm also trying to vary my size of items so that it's not all big stuff and not all small. So hopefully it'll all balance out. I'm waffling, especially for shows where I do live shipping, out of state sales, flea markets. No, I don't do max shipping for brass and Americana. I never do on brass shows. I never offer max shipping. Um, Jessica, if you do live estate sales, live shopping, you do not know ahead of time what people are going to be buying. So, and if you ever watch Michelle Steele's, I have done my own live shows. People ask you to ship crazy shit. If I'm in with Nana, yay, you won the giveaway. Thank you so much for being here. If you have a request on certain cards, if you like birds, flowers, landscape, something like that, let me know. But if you guys ever watch Michelle's deal, she does live estate sales all the time. People ask you to ship crazy stuff. If you do max shipping on those shows, you can really screw yourself over. So I'd say just leave your settings as priority 1 to 5 pounds and then ground for over 5 pounds and just let it be as that. Sell it accurately as best you can in the wild. If you don't have a scale, and you will be fine. If people really want it, they know that if you don't grab it right then and there, it could be gone. So there's already a risk. Like, you can't just get it back. You don't actually own that item. So if they pass on it, they miss it. So most likely they're going to be like, I want it, put it up there. I want to buy it. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like shipping as much as a factor in that point, if that makes sense. And a lot of sellers that do live thrifting and flea market, they don't do max shipping that I see. And I don't offer it typically either. And you can be very successful if you look at Michelle's deals or Amy Perrin, when they go live thrifting and flea market and estate sales, they don't offer it and they're very successful sellers. I don't feel like it is a factor. I promise you. I promise you it's not a factor. I've seen people pay a fortune for stuff because they want it, and they will pay $15 in shipping because they want it. They know it's an awesome item, even if it's a single ship item. They want it, they will swipe for it, I promise you. Head on Nest, yep. If they want it, they will buy it. Yes. I had a seller ignore your pre-bid on an item because there wasn't a lot of people in the room, even after I asked. It could be because it wasn't bid up to what they were hoping it was gonna be, and they were just waiting, or they know it was a high-end item, Miss Tranchman. So I do that sometimes. Like typically on raid train shows when I have like some banger items and I know it's a banger or it's an item that I'm starting it for $1, I if I start it for $1, I'm just gonna be like, "That's my banger." I'm gonna run that towards the end of my show, but they don't have to run it. If it's not at the level where they feel comfortable that it's gonna sell what they need, they don't necessarily have to run it. They don't have to sell it for $1, especially when they know they might have 30 bucks in it or $50 in it and they only have 2 bucks. It's really a big risk, especially when they don't have a lot of people in the room. So you can't be upset with them. They could just be waiting, or it could be like their banger in their show and they're just going to wait until to get more people in the room so there's interest. Because if you indicate that it is the banger and it's like the photo of your show, if you run it at the very beginning, then the next 50 or hour and a half later, you're going to have people come in. Do you have the head on Nest? Do you have the head on Nest? You're going to be like, no, I already sold it, already sold it, already sold it. So that's another reason that people do things. Dollar items are usually meant to trigger an algorithm, yeah. I always tell them if I'm waiting till the end to run, not upset, just not great communication. I usually just try to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna run it around," if I'm in the hour raid train, I typically start at the beginning of the hour, and I just try to say, "I'm gonna run that close to around the 45 mark," just so they have an idea. Yeah, it's your every seller can control their show as they want, but if they're not being verbal, you can just be like, "Do you have an idea when you could be running it? I gotta run, but I need to I'll come back whenever you are gonna run it or something." So you don't miss it. You could ask that. I don't think that that is necessarily rude. You can just be like, "I gotta go run and do something. I just don't want to miss it." So, yeah, dollar starts, low starts does play in the psychology. It does. But I tell you, even if you start something at a higher amount, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to limit how much it can be bid up. I had that happen my horse show on last Friday, this past Friday. I started my horse bookend for 28 bucks because I had to at least get that. It got bid up, you guys. I was really shocked. I was utterly shocked. I wasn't expecting I was gonna be fine. I just, for $28, I didn't know what kind of train it was gonna be. So I just listed things for what I needed out of them. And it got bid up to like over $60. I was mind blown. I was like, holy crap. I was totally fine with 28. But that really blew me away. So don't think that just because you start something high doesn't mean it won't get bid up. It takes the right people in the room. It's all it does. You need the right people in the room, and all of a sudden, got a bidding war. And it always happens when you least expect it, and it's so exciting. So exciting. It's like, go, go, go. Buy more horse bookends. You know what? I had it in another show that was for horses, and there was no interest. And then this one, it got bid up like crazy. So it was just really shocking. Like, I didn't think that it would sell, but I at least needed 28 for it. So I was just like, what? So, it just really depends on the show, when you go in live, how many people are in there. It always can change. Oh yeah, Heart Haven. Yep. Yep. I know there's some people that are like that. Once we get 100 people in the room, we will start this for $1. I don't like that, but I'm not I don't feel like I'm one of those people. I'm not one of those people who are gonna be like, "Get me 100 people in the room," because I can tell you we're at 30 people right now. I don't think I'm ever gonna hit 100 people in the room just to run something. I don't think I'm ever gonna run it. I feel like that's really stupid because those 30 people, you could everyone that's in this room, those you guys could absolutely want whatever I have in my hand, and I'm not giving you a chance because I want 70 other people. But those 30 people could rock my world with bids. You never know. You said ground, not flat rate for orders over 5 pounds. Yes. Yeah, because that's default, and ground over 5 pounds is cheaper for your customers, and if you're doing, flea market shows, estate sales, yes, leave it as ground. It'll be your best shipping rate for your customers, and you won't have to offer max shipping, yes. Can you show the Chat GPT icon? Oh, yeah. That is it is right there. Can you see that? It just looks like a little swirl. Just type in Chat GPT. I think it's going to be one of the first ones that you see when you search on the app. Just because you have it listed, okay, if you have your show listed as 1 to 5 pounds priority and then over 5 pounds is ground, doesn't mean you can't use a flat rate box. Okay. If it fits, it ships in a flat rate box. So you can still use a flat rate box whenever you do shipping on the back end. You just have to toggle on flat rate and tell what kind of box, what flat rate box you're using so they generate the accurate label for you to ship it. So you can still use flat rate boxes whenever you do a ground over 5 pound show, if that helps. I s Yeah, that's really sad. I don't know why they do that. I know there's some people that do that, and I'm just like, I guess they need more people in the room. I had 30 people in my room when I did that one show, and they blew my mind with the horse bookend. You just really never know. You gotta trust your chat if somebody really absolutely wants 100 people. I say this a lot of times. A lot of people get upset with, I only have 2 people in my room. I only have 10 people in my show. I only have 15 people in my show. How can I get more people in my show? Do you realize that those 15 people or 10 people can rock your freaking show? Like, you don't need 500 people in your room. You can have an amazing show with just 10 to 15 people in your room. You can have an amazing show with just 4 people in your room. It only takes 2 people to have an auction and things to get bid up crazy. And I have seen it. It's absolutely insane. I have seen a small seller show and 2 people went at it and stuff got bid up. I have started something as a small seller. I started it at $25 and it sold for 142, all because 3 people wanted the same item. I was just like, "What in the world just happened?" I was like, "You really don't need to have a lot of people in the room." I'd rather have 20 amazing customers in my room than 500 people that are not buying or swiping. Would you guys like 20 swipers or 500 people looking at you? Agree, your shows are more than yeah, I love that people come and hang out with me. I know that not all my followers can come hang out with me every single show. They may be watching someone else. They may be busy. They may be in the hospital. They may be on vacation. But the ones that do show up and come say hi and chat with me, I appreciate them so much, but I don't expect them to come hang out with me every single show. You know what I mean? And you got to think the same way too. I can't show up for all my friends all the time, but I try to show up when I can. And if they have something I want, I will be there. Yeah. So I wish I was on vacation. My vacation's coming up. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to be away for a week. I need to go live at least one time while I'm away. So I got to figure that out because I don't want the algorithm to hate me. So I got to figure that out. So I may be doing like a seller support on the road. So you always feel bad if you can't make it. Heart to Haven, you're busy too. We all have our own lives outside of Whatnot. I promise you, we all have our lives outside of Whatnot, and it is okay. I don't know if I'm going to be around a Bucky's. And for Pete's sakes, don't complain how low of viewers during your show. Yeah, I don't complain about that. I'm just like, okay, I must be really boring today. Damn, I'm boring. I really want to go to Bucky's and do a live from there. I think that would be fun. Get you guys some jerky and some beaver nuggets. How long have I been on? I feel like you went off for a long time. It's not telling me the time. Let me see if my other phone tells me. 2 hours. I've been live for 2 hours, friends. 2 hours. Do you think going to thrift stores and doing live or something people would enjoy? Yes. Yeah, actually have done shows at one of my honey holes up the road. I've done shows at estate sales before. I think it's fun. I really enjoy those shows because it's like the adventure of the hunt. You never know what you're going to find, and people do love those shows. So you can totally do that. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. People love that. And what I also like about doing those kind of shows is you're not having to front all that money for the items and then take it home and clean them up and then sell them. You're selling them right on the spot. Mystery Mama, Whatnot loves you, but hey, I can totally read your comments. How does that work? Do you charge a set fee or a search? What do you mean, shopping live? Can you explain how you do them? In rural Montana. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. I feel like that's what the issue is. Basically, you do you double the sticker price typically. So, like, if I go to my honey hole at the store, like if something has $4 on it, I will charge 8 and then charge the weight. And if you guys see like these things in my shop that I have like pinned at the bottom, I use random polls. So I have like 4 to 7, 8 to 11, 12 to 15, a pound. I even have random poll ones, like single ships, stuff like that. And then I just hit start auction, put in $8, and then I run it. Um, I don't need a scale anymore. It sounds really shitty, but I guesstimate my weight because I've done this for a while. I kind of have an idea. Okay, this is about a pound. This is a little less. This is a little bit more. Um, I got really lucky. I sent these two really big pottery platters. They were really heavy, and I charged 10 pounds single ship to ship them both together. And I was like, God, I hope that's enough weight. And it actually ended up being 10 pounds packed, shipped in a box. I was like, that one was really hard because I don't ship 10 pounds typically, but I did okay. I was like, it'll be all right. But that was just my luck. But you can always carry your scale with you and weigh it on the spot. Like it's no big deal. They do sell some smaller ones. You can just stick it in your purse, you know, and then just set that on the floor or a shelf and then weigh your item. You can always do that until you get more comfortable. Pin your next time you go live. Why? Why? I'm gonna be annoying. I'm sorry, but okay. Be annoying. Sorry, friends. But yeah, that's basically what I do. How do I do the shipping profiles? So to do shipping profiles, when I first started this is what at the very beginning of my Whatnot, I used to actually take the picture live in the store and set up the listing and then ship it. But now I just started doing these random pulls that you guys saw at the beginning. So, like, I'll do this one, and then right when the item sells, I'll have the person's name at the bottom and how much they paid. And I take a screenshot with the item right here. I take a screenshot so I see their name, what the item is, and then it says like B number one or whatever it is whenever it runs. So I know that that is theirs. And how I set this up, I'm just going to let you guys see the listing. Is I just created the thumbnail on Canva. So it has like 4 to 7 ounces. You can make it do say whatever you want, and then I just labeled it. So like 4 to 7 is B. So I did the letter B, 4 to 7 ounce random pull. I put the listing description and it says as is, as shown on live, no cancellations because I'm physically showing it live. It is a random pull, so I can run it. And then you just put like a big amount of your quantity. Of course, it's going to be an auction item. And I think I have my start bids all at $5, but you can change that before you run it. And then because this is a 4 to 7 ounce, my shipping profile will be 4 to 7 ounces. And then I just hit save and that's what it shows. So let's say somebody wants that item and I'm live, then I just go in here and say, okay, well, this item is $4 in the store. I have to run it for $8. So I just changed my 5 to an 8. I can change my time if I want to. Wow, it's not focusing. And then hit start auction. And you guys can see $8 is running at the bottom of the screen. And that can be a random pull. Oh my gosh, Heart to Haven. Do you want to hear what happened? I did earlier, dork. I did pin it earlier. I picked up a Blue Flow platter and I had it sitting on the bottom of my display shelf in my she shed. And I had a brass piece hanging up from another display. And then all of a sudden, that brass piece fell, hit my Flow Blue, and broke it. I'm so sad. Do I communicate with the shop owner? Yes, I typically do. I know I was heartbroken because I spent money on that piece. I was like, that sucks. It broke my Flow Blue platter I spent money on. Yeah. So that sucks. Yes, I do communicate with the store owner. So, like my honey hole, I talk to him ahead of time. I go up there all the time now, so they don't care. They're just like, go have at it, whatever. He knows that if I do a live show, I'm going to be spending even more money than what I typically do when I'm just shopping on my own. And so he's like, yeah, go have at it. I don't care. Um, and if I do estate sales, I talk to them about it. I'm still working on some companies around me, but some of them are pretty open to it now because they can see what I can do with it. And yeah, I purchased it at the end. Yeah, so if I pick up an item and it was $4, I will be paying the $4, but my customer paid 8, so I already know the $4 initially is covered. The other $4, whatnot's taking fees out of it. I'm paying taxes, bubble wrap, my gas, my time. All of that is coming out of that. But overall, on average, you're still kind of making money. If it gets sped up, then that's even more money in your pocket. You know what I mean? So if several people want it. And I promise you that does happen over time when you find some good deals. How do you pitch it to estate sales if they're unfamiliar with it? I never showed them my sold stats. That's actually kind of a cool idea. Why didn't I ever think of that? I usually just say, hey, I sell on an app called Whatnot, and it's an auction website where I go live on my phone, kind of like a live video stream, and I sell things to people all over the country. So I will go and find something here. And if you have a sticker price on $5, you're going to get your $5 out of it, but I'm charging my customers more. I'm shipping it. I just need to know if you are okay with me going live from this location. The rest of it, just know that whatever I sell, I'm going to be paying for before I leave today. And do you have a whole table? So sometimes you gotta persuade them a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, just message them. I even messaged somebody over Facebook before, another store near me, and I asked them if I could come. And the first time that I went there, I sold over $1,000 worth of stuff. This is $1,000 retail value. Okay. Retail value, not what I sold. And ever since then, they're like, oh, yeah, please come. Do you want water? Do you want the Wi Fi password? I love them so much. So, it's really fun when they see what you can do and how much money you can bring to them. It really blows people out of the water, and they definitely want you to come back. So, um, but yeah, showing sold comp, showing how many followers you have, how many items you have sold, maybe that could also help as well. I've never actually thought about that, but it just depends on how you want to present it. But that's typically what I say. And they just have to matter. You're going to get your money. I just need you to be okay with me live streaming. I don't want you to kick me out, basically. Um, I've had a few tell me no, but that's okay. I'd rather be straightforward than going in there and telling them no. Okay, my mod wants me to pin this again. I don't want to pin that one any more times, so I'm not going to do it again. Sorry, friends. But if anybody wants to hang out with me in the future, I will be pinning this every time I go live and even seller support shows. So if you guys want to book, click the little alert bell within the listing to be notified, definitely do that. Out of maybe 2025, you had 4 or 5 said they didn't care as long as they weren't on camera. Yeah, I usually say I'm not here to get people's faces on the camera. I'm here to show off product. I'm here to sell it. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make you money and me money. So let's go. Um, I'm like, you're ultimately out of state sales. Their goal is to sell the items for the family and make money for the family and themselves. And then I'm just going to be like, I'm here to help you sell those things a lot faster and make a big difference. So just give me a trial. And if you hate it, then you can tell me don't do it again. But generally, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you sold a bunch. Come back, please. A lot of people ask and said, I don't ask the estate. I ask because there is around my area a lot of people, like the families, are not comfortable with filming happening in the house. And I've only had private pics. So I feel like there's a need to ask because not every family's comfortable with it. So I just ask. I'm that kind of person though, you guys. I'd rather be upfront than, just going in a room and turning it on. I thought about it, but I haven't done that because I'm just not that kind of person. Certain Goodwills don't allow you to go live from them either. So FYI. Yeah, Heart to Haven, were you in that live shopping show? Somebody asked me, I think it was I can't remember who asked me. Somebody asked me when my next live show was going to be like that shopping live. I don't know yet. Yes, let's find joy. I don't know yet. I have a busy schedule. Very, very busy. And then I'm going to be taking a little break from whatnot for a little vacation. So I just don't know when I can squeeze it in, but it would be really lots of fun if I can go up the road. But it's also really hot here. And the place that I like to go, there's no AC. So I will literally be melting. So I got a phone cooler though, so I can see how long I'll last. But I would have to go up there early in the morning. Mm, I'll have to think about it. Those are the kind of places I like to dig, though. But I did find a new place over the weekend that has like 4 or 5 different shops, and I'm gonna see if maybe they would be open to me, like, shopping in there. Do you let Whatnot bundle packages for you? Jessica, it depends on the item. It depends on the item. If it's something that I need it to be single shipped because of the item that it is, I do run a custom profile for a single ship for like, and I have them set up for 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, and 12 pounds, I believe. So I have different ones that are single ships for whatever weight it may be. Otherwise, I just run it as whatever weight it is, unless it's just something that I would rather it just not go with anything else. And people generally understand that. This really needs to be in its own box and they're fine with it. Like they understand. So, and I do that and it's no big deal. Um, but generally with it being priority and ground, for the most part, it's okay. Sometimes I have to unbundle it sometimes. And then other times, if it's a lot of breakables, I add some money for extra bubble wrap. So it isn't like true double. I add more money for the bubble wrap because it's going to take more bubble wrap for breakables. If I'm selling you a stack of plates, it's going to need more bubble wrap. So I need a little bit more money for that because it's not free. If you need somebody for your gothic moody room, oh, look at you. uh, Old timey finds. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got this from Old Made New Creations, and I have three different ones, but I like this one. It's very fun and springy. So if you want one, I believe she has some in her bin. And then she did one show where you can build your own hat and where you got to pick your hat and then like what patch went on it, which was really cool. And then she shipped it to you. Um, Let me see if I can pin her at the bottom. Every time I wear these hats, I think she gets sales because everybody thinks they're so cute. I never get cute comments about them when I'm out in the wild, though. I'm like, the heck? People don't like vintage, I guess. Okay, there she is right there. That's who I got it from. Okay, I've been on for I don't know how long, almost 2.5 hours. Does anybody have any questions? I typically do seller support shows every Monday. So if anybody has questions, you can always pop into a future show. Hey, Lynn, how are you? And Shayna. Hello, Shayna. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Shayna, you need a pink one. Yeah, I got this from Old Maid New Creations, and you could get like different patches and different hat colors. I feel like Shayna needs one of these. This is like her style too. You guys, please follow Shayna and 5 Acre Primitives. They're also really good sellers. Let's Find Joy. I just found on the app. She's a new seller too. As a newbie, I'm trying to stay true to your style and shop what you like, but it's also still get some trendy things. Yeah, I kind of pick up a little bit of everything. And I noticed that over time, selling on the app, my style has changed. But I also think that's normal for your style to evolve in time. And I start to appreciate different things because I see other sellers selling them and I see their passion and how much they love for it. And then I see it and I'm like, oh, wow, I really like that. I've never saw it before. Or I never thought about that I would like that, but I really do like that. Kind of like fairy lamps. I never heard of them in my freaking life. And then I got on this app and I found out what they were. And I'm just like, I have one that I absolutely love. You guys will never see it because I love it so much. You've been listening while you're at work. I hope you learned some good stuff, Gilded Corner. I hope you did learn some things. That's why I do these, so you guys can listen and ask questions as you need. No, we're not selling it. I love that one, bitch. I said I don't want to show it. You're showing the ugly side. The front side has more prettiness. This is my favorite fairy layout. I'm taking it with me.
You gotta put in your project.
You're coughing. It's Fenton and it's hand painted and signed. I never seen this color. I never seen this bid. I never seen the flowers. Like it's my favorite. Oh, I love it.
There, I'll go put it back.
Thank you. Please don't drop it. Don't drop it. I love it. So pretty. And I'm not a glass girly, guys, but I saw that. I got that from the Hodgepodge place, but I saw that in her like thumbnail preview and I was like, "Oh my god, I need that." And I could not believe I won it. I was so excited.
If I had
If you break it, yes. No. No, I'm kind of glad I got to show it. It's pretty, but I'm not going to sell it.
don't piss me off. Hey, don't piss me off.
Her mom says we need 200 people in the room. 200 people in the room and I'll start it for wait, I'm not starting it. I'm such a jerk. I'm not selling it. I love that. I was just so excited. I was just so excited I won that. Yeah, I got that from the Hodgepodge, you guys. I saw it in her thumbnail and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen one like that. I loved it. It was hand painted. Oh, bring it back. Livy missed it. I think he said too late. Hold on. I'll just walk out there. Oh, my back hurts.
I'm coming.
I'll take it. Hold up. Hold on. You're not a jerk. You're allowed to keep. Yeah, I don't keep that many things, but that one's just my favorite. Ignore my dust. But look how pretty that is. I love it. Ignore the dust. I've been busy focusing on Estate Sale Wars. I have not been dusting. Isn't that pretty? I love. Okay. I made sure you commented before I took it away. Okay. I love that. Oh, I got this from Mediva. This is another one I'm going to keep for a hot minute. Look how pretty that is. I love that piece. I spent too much money on it too. So it's going to stay with me for a while. You guys, it's needlepoint. Do you realize they can see the reflection in the mirror of what you were doing to me?
Okay. They didn't see nothing.
I love this. This is typically not my style, but I love it together. I had to get it. But it's so good. I don't know. The frame just makes this like the focus and I loved it. Yes. Yeah, we saw it all. See? They saw what you did to me. He grabbed my boobie
So you bought Fritos, but you didn't buy no more bean dip.
because I was gonna make a dip.
I want bean dip. Spike bean dip.
What after dark? It's still daytime here. Yes, please, you guys go bookmark my show for a Wednesday. You were focused on the picture. See, Shayna knows what's up. You guys bookmark my Wednesday show. I'm gonna have all of these beauties. I have a few sitting right here because I haven't moved them.
Wasn't selling those.
What?
Those right there.
The Bibles? I'm selling them. I told her that. She kept saying, "Don't sell them," and I'm like, "I'm selling them." I got this one. They're preloaded. Yeah, I added the Homeco fairy lamp to that stand, and I got that idea from Do It With D, and then I found that stand at an estate sale, and I was like, "Those have got to go together," because I thought it was cute. And then I have 2 Bibles.
You got any of those?
Printer trays loaded? No, I was gonna talk to you about something. Madiva gave me an idea earlier. I got 2 Bibles.
Idea. Shit.
I got 2 Bibles.
What do I have to make?
She told me so the shipping isn't insane on the printer trays. She has cut them in 3, and she showed me how she did it, and I was gonna talk to you to see if what you thought if that was doable on ours because I don't know if they have 3 panels, but she turned them into, like, smaller,
No, the ones out
printer trays.
the ones out there are
Amy, Amy Parent's here. I'm gonna mod her. Amy, what cool shit are you bringing? Because I'm showing some previews of mine for Wednesday. I'm going up against Amy Perrin, y'all. I gotta bring fire. I gotta bring fire. I have some big old hot falutin sellers I'm going against, y'all. So I have to bring some bangers, which I know Amy has bangers. She has a freaking garage full. You guys want to see my favorite Bible? It's kind of coming apart a little bit, so much that I have it wrapped in paper. But uh, I just no, I don't want to take it off the paper. I'm just going to show them like this. Look at this. Ah, it's so good. It's so delicate. Stop showing my Bible. Like it's so delicate. I have it like in paper because I'm like worried about it. Look away. Y'all, that one's really, really good. What year is the Bible?
1880 some. I think eight.
I have a load. It's 1800s.
1800s.
Hold on. Oh shoot. I need to be kicked because I'm clicking wrong buttons. I have them loaded and I have like a lot of pictures as much as I could add so you see all the details. But the one that I just showed is 1886. It's only at $36. The spine is coming off, but y'all, like I'm showing that it is kind of coming off, but look how freaking fantastic. Stop shaking me. It even has a 10 type in there. It has beautiful imagery, writing in there from the like a birth from 1776, I believe, which I was like, what? It was insane. The other one has beautiful photos in it, even more than the first one, but this one, the pages are so delicate, you guys. So delicate. Like I don't even want to flip through it during the live, but look at that imagery. Look at that. Like it's just incredible. It's incredible. Anyways, go look at those. I have them preloaded on Wednesday's show. They're fabulous. I found them and I was like, you guys have to look at them. I only have 12 photos. Does it have the books that aren't printed anymore? I don't know. If you want me to look, Rejected Beauties, message me which ones you want me to look for, and I will carefully flip them open and I can answer it. And I can add that to the notes too. Uh I didn't flip too detailed, especially the one with the fern on it, just because the pages are very delicate. I didn't want to wreck them too much, if that makes sense. But they are very old. The second one, I forgot to tell you the year. It is a little bit newer than the first one I showed you, 1891 and 1886. You need a Bible that is old. Well, those are really old, over 100 years old. Over 100. They are antique. The one with the fern, the pages are really, really delicate. The other one, the 1886, the pages are better condition. I will say that. But the other one has better imagery. I don't know. But if you message me, Rejected Beauties, I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay. Um, you have 50 plus Bibles on display on your mantle. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You got your pre-bids. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, I probably need to feed this man because he's probably getting antsy and hungry. But any last minute questions, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna be on. I think I'll bring a few swung vases. Ma'am, stop it. I'm gonna have to go find a swung. Ooh, I have a swung vase. Oh. Yeah, 1886 is 140 years old. Yes. And that was the one that the spine is coming off. That is right in front of me that I have wrapped in paper right now. I got to figure out how I'm going to show that live because I just don't want to wreck these any more than they are. So that's going to be a little bit hard to show, but they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. I know they're old, They were very well loved, and some of them even have, like, bookmarks from, like, memorials in the area, which I left all of that in there because I feel like that just adds to the detail of the items. You will need to run to Wichita to get some vases. Maybe. I have this one. I might have to add it. I have this one. I might have to put that one in the show. I gotta compete with the big dogs, y'all. And yes, I call Amy Perrin and Hodgepodge Place, all big dogs. I gotta compete with them. I gotta see if Amanda can stand up against them. No, you mean a real one, not a baby. Are you doing max shipping, Amy? I'm doing max shipping and I'm kind of a little stressed if I'm gonna survive. I have two B boxes. Do you have a B box? Do you have a B box? You're doing max shipping. I am. No B box. Okay, you bring your swung. I'll bring my B box. We'll see who wins. I just want to place at this point. At this point, I just want to place against the big dogs, and I'll be really, really happy. I don't think I'm going to be first, but I just want to place. I just want to place. Even fifth place would be cool. That would be in the middle. In the middle. That would be amazing. So, you have uranium, custard, Fenton, tobacco. Ma'am, you're cheating. I'm kidding. I know you have all of that uranium. Are you gonna put the lamp in and the EPERGNE, however you say that? Are you putting that in for $1? That's worth way more than I think you will. No fucking way. Put it in your bin. Put it in your bin. If it sells, I'll be worth it. You never know. Put it in your bin. Yeah. Don't start for $1. Y'all, she has some custard that is killer. I can't afford it, but I know somebody will love it one day. Yes, I'm excited. You guys, I've been working really, really hard sourcing for this show. So, oh, I'm getting more nervous as I go, but I know it's going to be fine. I'm just going to be myself, but I'm just a little nervous getting everything set up and laid out and all the things and tagged, and it's just a lot of prep work, making sure I have enough boxes and bubble wrap and all the things coming my way so I can pack everything up safely. You got to have all the shipping materials on top of stuff to sell. Yes, he's taking a late lunch so he can number things. So, thank God. Otherwise, I'm gonna be SOL because he's the only one I have to help. Yes, I'm gonna tell him, grab your phone, watch what I'm selling, and number it. I have printer trays. I need to get them all pictured. We found local newspaper place that had printer trays, so I got to get them all pictured. I think I'm going to start one for $1, and I think the others I'm just going to put in my bin because people always struggle being able to win one. So I'm like, well, bin would be good. So, um, I got to bring more fire up my sleeve. I got to think of stuff. So, anyways. I'm gonna hop off. I gotta make dinner. I need to keep prepping for my show on Wednesday. I have a lot of work to do, but I will get it done. I appreciate everybody that hung out with me. I'll be live again next Monday, so bookmark my next seller support show. And I will see you guys Wednesday. Wednesday. Yeah, I'm gonna cook. I'm cooking German food tonight, you guys. I appreciate everybody that is here. Let's see who we can raid. I want to bless somebody. Create a raid. There we go. Create a raid. Who is on? Oh Oh my gosh, I haven't caught her in a live for a long time. Her name is Pegmon. Everybody always giggles about her name. Let's go check her out. I haven't seen her in a forever. Let's go drop some hearts in the chat, you guys, and send her all the love. And I will see you guys later. Bye, friends.